or I don't even know what they'll claim it's for, but like it's crazy.
Random noises. Don't worry about it. It's entirely normal. Things just make sounds.
At least it's better than the weird ASMR that plays sometimes.
Not weird.
Okay. Anyways, hi chat.
Hello, chat. Maybe. Possibly. Yes. Probably even. Lovely. It's all working again. Hello, chat. We are back with Raging Golden Eagle today.
I don't know why you have this asshole on.
Well, we were supposed to have all kinds of like little anime girls, but Lum keeps losing/killing them.
No. I do not keep losing/killing them.
Oh, yeah, I heard one of them complaining they just can't keep up with the feet pick requests.
Oh my god. If anything, there's one that would just keep sending me them. And then I'd have to say, please stop.
Yeah, like Lum would ever say that.
Shut up, Arch.
Let's see. Oh, Lum's continuous movement in front of the microphone. Oh, there we go.
Why is Lum a frog? I'm not a frog. This is the little reactive that I usually use for repo. But it's cute, so I wanted to use it today.
And thank you, by the way, to Daniel, the Nickel Necker, Dark Innovator, for the top 3 chat spots of last stream. Dawn of War, a nice little return to the old school stuff, which is not what we're going to get anywhere else, apparently.
Yeah, so how was it, by the way? Did they actually just do a legit remaster, or did they fill it with current year BS?
No, they just did a straight remaster. They don't seem to have added or really changed anything, which is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, dang, man. I wish Squeenix did that with Final Fantasy VII. That would have been great.
Yeah, just make the thing. Touch nothing.
Yeah, all we need is some better graphics, some like maybe improve the sound a little bit, maybe add a few side quests, and that's it.
Fire is the answer.
Yep. Seems like an easy task, but no. No, we got to turn it into a 3-game trilogy and a multiverse storyline, because that is the sign of a great story right there, a multiverse. Yeah.
My only big complaint is that you can't select the game you want to play in multiplayer. You have to play the latest patch, which means you have to play with all of the new gay shit they introduced in Soulstorm. But
I have lost.
other than that, everything's great. But it's not great for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure everyone has probably seen this picture by now because I don't know. I don't.
Didn't they add a new subclass for Bard, which is why we now have showgirls, I guess?
I don't even think. I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they needed a subclass anyway. I mean, it's like even if anyone who's played Fire Emblem for any decent amount of time, I mean, we've had the dancer support class for how long now, and that's just one of many RPGs. Like, I really don't know. Well, actually, you know what? I do know, because these people have no creativity and they have no imagination. So if the rule books don't spell it out, they think you can't do it.
Let me see.
Well, the intent here is obviously to have like kind of like the crazy what's the word? Circus style thing, right? You know, crazy circus where they're using the circus tools as weapons and shit. This woman has
which
a
is kind
knife.
of funny, since these are the same activists that literally killed the circus.
I have lost.
And now they want to bring it back in fiction. I guess that's whatever.
Okay, yeah, there's 2 new subclasses for Bard. College of Dance and College of Glamour. And I'm guessing the College of Glamour is the one we're seeing on screen, I guess.
I thought this was the horror version.
Because, I mean, there's already kind of was a thing. This isn't really new, but the point is, if you're going to do the whole crazy circus thing, you need to do the crazy circus thing.
I have lost.
This isn't even really that. This is just, I don't know, a black chick in a tutu dress or something, on a table with another black guy underneath the table looking distraught. Like, what is this supposed to communicate? Is this the player? Is this the hostile NPC? Who the fuck is this guy? What is he? A warrior? Wizard?
From what I can figure out, the guy under the table was just like a patron at the bar, and then this crazy 304 just jumped on his table and started doing like I guess she took her shoe off and wants to beat him with it or something. I don't know. And he's like, "What the hell?"
I'm imagining the shoe is an improvised weapon or something. Fuck knows.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Hey, Lumi, since you're looking at the actual rule books, does this glamour bard class have improvised weapon proficiency? Because that would make sense.
Let me see. Mantle of Inspiration, Enthralling Performance, Mantle of Majesty, Unbreakable Majesty. I do not see improvised weapon anything, but apparently at 3rd level you can charge your performance with seductive fey magic. So I guess maybe that. Fuck if I know.
Well, nothing more seductive than having a random black woman climb up into your table and try to hit you with a shoe, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure some guy out there has that fetish. And that was the one person this was made for.
That's the thing, too. Like, this wasn't made for anybody. You ask 1,000 people. You just take away the little logo there in the corner. What is this? Not a single one of them is going to answer Dungeons and Dragons. Because why the fuck would they?
Oh no, because it is now. Because I seriously believe, and since both of these are Hasbro IPs, I think that they trying to turn Dungeons and Dragons into Magic the Gathering, which has been turned into Fortnite the card game. And that makes me sad because like I used to actually like the lore of Magic the Gathering. Like I actually bought the books back in the day. I mean, they stopped making them a while ago, unfortunately. But it was great. Like the entire storyline up until the apocalypse, and they pretty much just wiped the slate clean, killed off everybody. Well, almost everybody. I think there's like 2 planeswalkers left that carried over after the apocalypse saga. But I actually liked the lore. Like I liked the story and everything, and then they just like current year Magic the Gathering is Fortnite. It's all, hey, what wacky and zany IPs can we partner with and release partner card sets with? And they saw that it's making them a copious amounts of money, so now they're like, maybe we could do this with D&D. So I'm looking forward to like a D&D SpongeBob crossover in the future or whatever.
Okay, this is funny. I'm reading the description for the College of Glamour. In the last sentence, it's heroic bards of this college instead use his power to gladden the downtrodden and undermine oppressors. So you beat down oppressors with this college.
The funny thing is, though, they lack the self-awareness to know they are actually the oppressors, right?
It's so funny.
Like, Magic the Gathering has been gay as well for a very long time, and very progressive as well. The Lord of the Rings cards. God, how did they even get permission for this? Surely somebody from the Tolkien estate must have signed off and like, oh yes, Eowyn, black woman. Why not?
I don't think so. I mean, I think ever since Christopher died, I literally don't think anyone else at the Tolkien estate cares. Like, is it going to bring us a bunch of money? Oh yeah, sure. Let's just rubber stamp that. Like Christopher was the only one that actually cared. I think no one else cares about Tolkien's legacy. They just want to milk it for money.
Well, yeah, that's what fuck, who was it? I don't know if you're familiar with the singer Selena. But her uncle is just out for money whenever he can when it comes to her name. And also, Arch, go acknowledge that super chat.
Yeah. Mary, Negro of Rohan.
Go. Read. Acknowledge.
Look at me, he's so brown.
Acknowledge.
The man who sees for $100. Thank you very much, sir. Big fan of all your stuff, especially the warm and fancy lore. Honestly, I like that setting even more than 40k at this point. Oh, and Ave, true to Caesar, Legion. Thank you very much, sir. That is right. We are starting the Fallout New Vegas playthrough this, Tuesday, it'll probably be, because I still need to do stuff on Monday due to Sargaruni. But you only have a couple more days to make your voice heard on that one. Also, I want to point out, he's browner than his horse Lum Lum. You understand that? You understand? He's browner than his horse Lum Lum.
The horse looks more emotive than he does. Look at that horse. He looks scared.
I actually have it on good authority that Vosh consulted on this, so the horse and him are actually related.
Oh my god.
I have lost.
The horse was recently stolen, Lum Lum. Of course it's upset. I do love how they still have the Viking helmet, though. It's like, oh yes, the Rohan. Very Norse-inspired. That's why all of their characters are black now.
Yeah, because like that's what you want when you're trying to create a mythology for the British people. Like you want to lionize the Vikings that were screwing with them for hundreds of years. That's exactly what Tolkien would have done. Yeah.
But like D&D, I don't even know if it's trying. Well, it kind of is. But D&D, if anything, has always been the gayer of the two. Like D&D for the last 10 years has been actively attempting to separate itself from anything that has to do with D&D. But I love the tagline of their little Twitter now too. The world's greatest role-playing game. Because that is actually what it is now. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not fantasy role-playing. It's not Dungeons Adventures and like that or magic. It's role-playing. It's whatever the fuck you want it to be. If you want to fight a dragon, there's rules for that, sort of.
Yeah, or you can go to college, but no, I think this is exactly like what happened with Marvel. Like what Disney turned it into a lifestyle brand. Like that's what they're doing with D&D. They're just gonna make merch for why-nots.
Yeah, kind of like it feels like it's become so normified at this point that it can't be normified more. I mean, they're posts. We have this one here. I like this one. Because the immediate response was like, it's a Zer account. It's they, them. We can identify them by their hands now. Or stupid posts like these. Like, oh, we have a plushie now. Oh, great. And all of their art. Like, first and foremost, this is not even very good art. The faces look weird.
It's ugly as shit.
Like, it's just become...
Oh yeah, did you hear that Baldur's Gate 4 has apparently been officially confirmed of being in production.
At Wizards of the Coast, right? I mean, Larian already pretty much said they have nothing to do with it anymore.
Larian is no longer working with WotC. They are working on the next Divinity game, or whatever space game that they want to do. I forget which one they're working on first.
Yeah, I think they mentioned this, yeah, there we go, a while ago, that they're making Baldur's Gate 4, but it has nothing to do with Larian Studios, which means it'll sell like crazy on day one, because the name, and then everyone will realize, oh, hey, this is actually a shit video game made by shit people.
Yeah, although this might be a hot take, but if you actually look at the stats for Baldur's Gate 3, was it something like 75-80% of the people who bought that never even made it past the first chapter? Like, I think a lot of people regret that either, and I'm not knocking Baldur's Gate 3 to be honest. It's just that like that type of game, like the CRPG, is not really is something that most players like.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of people bought into the hype of Baldur's Gate 3 because like it was the hot shit everyone was talking about. And then they actually played it and they're like, ew. Like I don't well, what is this shit? Like I don't like this type of game. So I think already that Baldur's Gate 4 may have not done as well as everyone seems to predict, just because a lot of the people that bought 3 only did it on the hype, and then they realized that they don't like that type of game anyway.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot
I
of
have-
stuff on that on the Steam forums. People who commented it like, I bought the game, but I don't actually like role-playing games.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. It's like I wish they would have kept some stuff from the early access, because I played the early access like a lot. It was so good. But you could tell when certain things were starting to be pushed in the company in terms of rating team and everything.
Yeah, so chapters 1 and 2 are okay, and then you get to chapter 3 and everyone
3.
is like, man, too bad this is past the refund window.
One was
Act 2
great.
was my favorite. It's so good.
That's because
Test of
Lum
Storm
is
is my favorite.
wrong. Act 2 was serviceable. Best.
Hey, that boss fight 100% was worth it. But also there was Karnas. Oh, I love that Drider. Why can't he be dateable? It's such a shame.
I need to try and
What?
not drop an N-word during all of these pictures. Oh, hey, a white guy. He's evil, but, you know,
Okay, but that looks cool.
at least there is a white guy. But I feel like there's nowhere further to fall for D&D right now. It's become a cultural icon sort of thing, where D&D is now just D&D. It's what the normies know as a role-playing game. And so they embrace it, regardless of what it is. And most of the normies have no idea what D&D was, and so this is kind of just accepted. They probably don't know any better. They don't remember any of the old art. They don't remember the old stories. And so they're just, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I equip my frilly pink tutu and go fight the forces of oppression, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's the patriarchy hiding under the table there.
Probably.
I still find it funny that even a Critical Role and stuff completely separated themselves from D&D, and they have their own tabletop now.
Yeah, although that was less because of the content and more about how they handled the OCR situation. But it still is funny to see. Although Wizards is gonna, or I guess Hasbro is gonna learn a very hard lesson with all this. And even when I started playing, because I actually started playing D&D with 3rd edition, there were people that refused to move on past AD&D.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I see the same thing now. Like all the OG D&D fans, they're playing AD&D 3.5, Pathfinder. They're just ignoring all the new stuff. They're like, dude, the D20 system for 3.5 has literally hundreds of books out there for it. You got like unlimited content. You don't need to go past that. Like that rule set is solid. You don't need to go you don't need anything else. And like, especially if you've been playing it for 10, 20, 30 years, you don't need to go to 4th edition, to 5th edition, to what was it got 1 D&D, whatever the hell they're calling it now. They're not going to take you yeah, it's not a live service as much as Wizards is trying to make the new one be a live service. They can't take your old books away. They can't stop you from just playing the edition you already have. And that's what everyone I know in real life is doing. All of them are still on AD&D or 3.5. Like they're like, nah, none of the rest of that crap matters.
Yeah, and then people know plenty of resources to get totally legal versions of the books and stuff if you don't have them and all that.
Oh hell yeah, you could easily download collections of all the books in PDF format.
Yep.
And get started pretty much immediately.
And then don't forget, everybody, homebrew if you don't like what you see. It's like, oh, I like the idea of this, but I want to change some things. Homebrewing is always a good thing.
I guess they're just kind of now existing on the cultural inertia of the original popularity, the living off the normies. And I want to point out too, though, that the entire role-playing community has become a lot more normified, which is why Critical Role is the thing. And they're, to be fair, their animated show, Legend of Vox Machina, I think it was,
Yes.
production quality, very solid. Show itself is the normiest cringe shit I have ever suffered through 3 episodes of. I hate normal people. Normal people are bad.
It's like,
And this is why all the good stuff is going underground again.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like the next campaign that they're animating, Moose Man knows all about. What was it called? The Mighty Nine or something like that, where everyone that they're playing, they're villains. I guess it sounds interesting just from the premise alone. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it with him.
Who even knows? It's
Yeah, I'm just glad that I've moved on. Like I don't even get mad at this stuff anymore because I'm just like, yeah, you know, you guys have fun. I've already found alternatives. Like I'm just gonna. I'm somewhat interested in how things go, just out of morbid curiosity, so I can point and laugh and milk content for my channel. But outside of that, I just don't care anymore. Game industry wants to tank itself. Whatever. I got alternatives. D&D wants to tank itself. I honestly I haven't played a tabletop game in years at this point. I think I'm pretty much out of the scene by now. Like whatever. It's just fun to laugh at. At least they're somewhat entertaining, but not for the reasons they would want.
I don't know. It's like I find it pretty neat that voice actors were able to just build up their own brand and stuff without, like, suits telling them what to do until they partnered with Hasbro. But now they have their own company. Now they're the suits.
yeah. I'm curious to see if it actually does at some point begin to crater, or if it has actually managed to transition itself into the wider audience, quote unquote. Now, that's interesting, Mugs. The wider audience isn't actually that large. D&D still struggles a lot. Pathfinder struggles a lot. Basically, all of them are constantly complaining that they can't earn enough money to keep growing and grow effective. But they have seemingly managed to largely replace their old audience with, well, basically frivolous normies. I wonder if that'll become a almost sales point for other entities in the future to kind of try to do the same.
I think you're right, but what they're failing to account for is the hardcore audience they left behind. Like those were the ride or die people. Like if you have a limited amount of money, you could either eat for the day or support your hobby. They will support their hobby and eat later.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of people they discarded. These normies, as soon as something else, like they're like, oh, ooh, shiny, something else catches their attention, they're gone. Like once D&D is no longer the popular thing, they're gone, and they're gonna find that out the hard way.
I honestly think as soon as Stranger Things ends, the popularity of D&D is going to go away.
Yep, I agree. No, that's actually a good point. It's because of things like Stranger Things and Critical Role and all that made D&D popular with the normies. But as soon as those shows end, everyone goes their own separate ways. Some new popular thing, like I was kind of scaring Arch right before the stream started. What you're looking at here with D&D is like 5-10 years into the future for 40K. Like that's probably going to be the next thing all the normies jump to. And then they're going to forget all about D&D, and then Hasbro is just going to have to shut down Wizards or something because they're not going to be making all the money anymore.
Very, very possible. It'll be an interesting study, nevertheless, for the trajectory of these companies. Oh, and we mentioned this was kind of what happened to Marvel. So there was something else interesting that happened just today, I think. Our favorite homosexual sex pest, Poe DeMeo.
I have never heard of this person. Huh?
That
Homosexual
was
sex pest?
that was the X-Men '97 director until he got fired for being a homosexual sex pest.
Yep.
Oh, that guy. I see.
The thing is, like, Bo DeMeo, he's obviously a weirdo, but he makes good stuff. I really liked X-Men 97, so I'm willing to tolerate that. I don't actually mind. If he sexually harasses an animator at Marvel, shrug, I don't work at Marvel. But the stuff he's saying about Marvel too, though, because he's been going on a tirade against them for ages now. And for better or worse, he did create a quality product with 97. And now he's claiming that apparently Kevin Feige actively hated the show because it was used as an example of what Marvel should be doing, rather than the endless new fucking generational sequence nonsense they're currently doing.
Yeah, so translation, he was jealous it was better than what he was shitting out.
Yes, quite literally.
You ignorant slut.
And I mean, he's right. 97 understands far better what Marvel is than the current generations. I didn't hate, what was it, Thunderbolts, the latest one?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched any of them in years. Like I said earlier, I just completely checked out. Like that's one of the reasons I don't go on a lot of these shows anymore either, because almost all the topics I'm not qualified to sit in on them to begin with. Because I'm just like, oh hey, how about that Hollywood? Like, oh man, the last movie I watched was like Rambo: Last Blood. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be talking about. Oh, I guess I could just repeat the talking points. MCU, Star Wars is dead. Sorry, I had to do that.
Yes,
I mean,
sure.
repeat the talking points to give your opinions as Arch reads on through things. You could just be like, oh yeah, that's retarded.
Yeah, it was Thunderbolts. It wasn't terrible, but it has no presence. It has no aura. If this was a separate movie that wasn't Marvel, that it was basically The Boys, I would have believed it. Like, oh, random comic book thing with no connection to anything else. But they're trying to build something around it, and it just doesn't work because there's no legacy there. Nobody gives a shit anymore.
Oh, man,
And
well,
why would they? Like they keep ruining the legacy. Like the people that cared about the legacy of the comics. I mean, first they keep being rebooted in the comics, and then the movie does this current year BS. So
Yeah.
like, why would you be invested in something when you know they're just going to reboot it or ruin it anyway? Like it's not like a manga where you know it's going to be a straight story from start to finish and maintain consistency.
And also, Arch, since you brought up The Boys, since that's probably your favoriteest show ever right now. Here you go. They released some cast photos for the prequel called Bot Rising.
Yeah, and to be fair, that is an attractive female, which is a rarity in today's fucking world, so...
Yeah, but she's probably gonna be a Nazi and be like, oh, she's evil because she's blonde and she's a Nazi, guys.
Lum Lum is like, she's probably a Nazi. Yeah, that makes it better, Lum Lum.
Yeah, it would be just like with Homelander. Like they I think to this day they're still so mad that people actually like the character. Like, he's supposed to be the bad guy. Like, well, I mean, Red Skull was supposed to be the bad guy as well until you gave him regular old talking points that make sense. Now everyone is like, man, Red Skull is sounding pretty based in current year.
Yep.
It's so funny that they tried to make Homelander just like the worst person ever, but it's like you made him relatable, sympathetic, with a fucked up backstory. It's like, how can we hate him? If anything, he's justified in what he's doing.
Yeah, which is why they're going to kill him, and they've kind of teased as much that Homelander's probably going to die, and, well, yeah. But I don't know, like a prequel, obviously Vort's going to be evil, obviously it's going to be like, do corporate bullshit, blah, 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 but these characters here look pretty good. Now, Soldier Boy is going to get fucked up the ass, we know that, so, the usual dark nonsense like that. But I don't know, because I like the idea of the boys, especially as Vought itself is more than anything so a critique of a left-wing corporation. There are ways for this to be made very interesting, especially as the primary baggage around the boys itself now is because it's trying so hard to comment on Trump in the modern age. And it just fails because it doesn't understand why he's popular.
Yeah, that's because it's being made by the people who are the villains and don't understand that they are the bad guys.
Like this one. They're gonna be all racist, aren't they? Yes, probably, and that would make it better. That was the worst part about the new Batman Caped Crusader, because it's like a 1930s period piece where half of the characters are black and the other half are like, oh yes, it's totally normal to have a black police commissioner in a major American city in the 30s. They could even make something interesting with it. Like, you can comment on racism and make it actually poignant instead of just, it's bad.
Yeah, but they don't care about racism as it was in the 30s. They want to project current year made-up grievances onto the 30s.
Yeah, but the things with the boys is that they keep accidentally writing good conservative talking points. I'm half hoping that we're gonna get a scene in this one where what was it? That one. The main character, not Soldier Boy, the Captain America equivalent, whatever the fuck his name was.
Soldier Boy, yes.
Was it? I thought Soldier Boy was the guy he fucked.
Soldier Boy is played by Jensen Ackles, the dude that they rescued from Russia. That's Soldier Boy.
Oh, okay. Because I want to see him just have a long ass racist rant about how they're somehow naturally inferior. I want a full Rudyard Kipling, white man's burden, for just 5 whole fucking minutes. I want them to vent every complaint they have about racism and then watch the internet in uniformity go space.
And that, I was just going to say, they know that's going to happen, which is why they're not going to do it.
I don't know, let's hope. But I do also like their like everyone's superhero names that we see so far. The dude in blue is called Torpedo. Then we have Soldier Boy. The dude in the bomber jacket is called Bombsight, and the blonde is called Private Angel.
That's a missed opportunity to name her Bombshell, in my opinion. I'm very upset.
And of course, this is taking place in the 1950s.
I have a degree of hope. It could still be cool. Because even the boys is still interesting enough, so. By the standards of the modern day.
Yeah, that's still one of my conspiracy theories. That the best current year Hollywood can do is mid. So they might have been intentionally flooding the market with garbage for so long. So when they bring their mid ideas back, everyone will think it's the best thing ever. Because they're just going to be they're so used to eating garbage for years.
Well, yeah, kinda. Because that's one of the things about 97. Because 97 isn't like an exceptional show. It doesn't do anything particularly new. It has a couple of really good scenes that really stick with you. But by the standards of the olden days, it would be an average show. However, now, just having a show that plays it straight, I was like, oh yeah, we're a superhero show. They're all going to wear their superhero costumes. That's enough to get me interested. Because as you say, the standards have lowered quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's why I just don't watch any of this new stuff anymore. Like, I actually have been going back and watching more old stuff than new stuff. Like, the only new stuff I watch now is anime. That's it. Like, I just don't care about anything else. And even with anime, like every once in a while, I go back and I rewatch an anime from like 15 years ago I missed when it first came out.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, man, this is so much better than most of what comes out nowadays.
I think one thing I need to go back and do a proper video on this movie from I think 2013. When the fuck was it? 2017, really? Bright. It's a movie that everybody seems to hate, but that I absolutely fucking love, and it felt like the beginning of a new interesting franchise and setting.
I have lost.
But it never got there. It had the one movie, everybody fucking hated it, and they never did anything with it.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens, man. When something comes out that you like, but everyone else hates, and thus it just dies a premature death. I know the feeling.
Yeah, because
I mean, I think at this point, even if it wouldn't have died then, it would have died with the Oscar slap incident anyway.
Oh, probably. Well, like, it does so many things so very right. Like, it has an intriguing take on racism, which was a big thing back then. Oh, everything is racist, everything is sexist. This movie approaches it with a pinch more nuance. We have like, okay, what if the orcs are actually evil? The orcs are literally foot soldiers of fucking Satan. Satan's returning. They're probably going to be brainwashed hordes. Even in the movie, they present them as just thugs and gangsters. But with the potential for change and evolution and growth. And they don't present even, like, Will Smith plays an absolute asshole racist throughout the entire movie. That's the best part, because he fucking hates his orc sidekick for virtually all of it. And then only even at the end slowly grows to grudgingly tolerate him more than anything. Bright was a good movie. Bright should have been a show, says chat. Yes. Yes, Bright should have been a show. It should have been a TV series. All the things now lost. At least we're blaming different things. We're not blaming racism anymore. This came up, I think, a couple... Oh, no, today, actually.
Again.
I love this one. So do you know why Snow White bombed? It's because it didn't talk about Israel.
Oh my god.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, Hollywood, you're on the right track. You need to make everything about Israel and Palestine going forward. That's going to save you.
Yep, that'll work. That'll definitely work.
Yep, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, listen to your own people. Like, the only audience you have left, the only thing they care about is this political BS. So give them what they want. Like, I talked about this on my stream so many times. Like, like with CNN in particular, you know how CNN has tried like 2 or 3 times in the past few years to pivot back to center, and it always makes things worse for them. And I think at this point they have no choice but to keep going further left, because they already drove off the right, they already drove off the center, they already drove off the intelligent Democrats. All they have left are the far left lunatics. And so if they go back to center, everyone else already has their favored alternative. They're not going to come back to CNN after they've been driven away. So by going back to center, all they're going to do is drive away their only remaining audience, and no one's going to come back to replace them. So unironically, they're in a position where if they want to survive, they need to keep doubling down, because none of the people they chased away are coming back.
Yep. Also, Lum, you lazy little Lum, you missed.
What'd I do?
Aaron Benasha for 50. Or 150 shekels. Do you honestly expect an honest social critique from the boys? One that won't descend to a Prague freakout soapbox? I salute your innocence, sir. And of course, add this donut to house. Well, that's exactly it. I expect them to try to soapbox and by accident make it into a right-wing talking point. Because that's what they've done so far. And, okay, on the idea of pivot, right? The recent King of the Hill reboot has been a fantastic example of this. I'm going to wait until it's done before I properly analyze it, but what this is just basically right-wing comedy from the 1980s, 1980s, 90s, etc., where the main character is still basically just the old school bigoted white guy from Texas. And it works because what he was saying back in the day was supposed to be ridiculous. He was supposed to be an overblown stereotype of a conservative man. But today you look at him and go, well, shit, he was right about literally everything. Fuck.
Yeah, that is something I have to give the right props for. They were 100% on the money when they were pointing out this whole alphabet soup BS was a slippery slope. Yeah, remember like 15 years ago when they were pointing out that they're gonna come after the children, like, oh, you silly backwards sky god worshippers. What do you know? And then it turns out they were right all along. Like, yeah, they are coming after the children. And it makes sense why they would, too, because these lunatics aren't having kids of their own. I mean, most of them sterilize themselves. So if they want to spread their toxic ideology, they need to take your kids and brainwash your kids into it. Of course they were always going to come after the kids. How else are they going to reproduce?
Yep. And so I think we're going to see a return of comedy shows a la this, where it'll just be the old, once upon a time, laughable conservative talking points repeated, and people will love it because he'll be preaching to the choir at that point.
Acknowledge the other super chat and then start from the top. We need to get caught up.
Lum.
What?
Why are you like this?
Mm.
Krieger, if they really want to talk about Israel, be edgy, make a movie about the First Crusade. That would be interesting, yes. Well, it'll probably be Kingdom of Heaven, which was a surprisingly good movie in many ways, but you need to read between the lines a little bit for it. House. Okay. House is catching up again, chat. Need more for Legion. I wonder what the backstage was on Snow White. So you've got Gal Gadot, who's like, bomb all of the Palestinians, and then you have Rachel Ziegler, who's, oh, we got to eradicate Israel. How? That must have been an interesting backstage right there, surely.
Yeah, especially since leftists in general are incapable of separating their politics from their professionalism. And I actually don't know much about Gal Gadot personally, but it did sound like like her and Zegler are very much hostile towards each other.
Yes.
But they seem to be able to at least hold their mouths in private or while they're in public.
Well, at least Gal Gadot did, because Ziegler did not. Yeah. That was a big part of the reason why it did indeed flop. So it's a weird point where she's like, oh, we didn't talk enough about Israel, and Ziegler's like, I talked too much about Palestine.
Yep, and you know, this entire fucking story is just... Yeah, this actually kind of reminds me, like, I'm glad that all of this is happening because it exposed a lie that we were fed for decades, that it's possible for like crazy activist ideologues to be capable of putting their ideology aside and just doing their job. Like, you know, don't you guys remember, like, years ago that we kept being fed that BS? Like, oh yeah, this person has crazy beliefs, but they're professional. They're able to separate their political beliefs from their job. Bullshit. Like we now know that it's literally impossible for these people. Like, the best you're going to do is they're going to bite their tongue begrudgingly until they think they have enough power that they can force it on everyone. So in my opinion, if you know, like, if someone has like hardcore activist opinions, you can't hire those people. It doesn't, like, they could be the most skilled person, like the quote unquote the best for the job. But if all they're going to do is poison the rest of your employees and burn down your workforce, why would you hire somebody like that? Like, it's obvious that activism is their number one priority. Like, the job comes second, if even third or fourth.
It does look that way. I'll do what Lum orders and read before we do the Roblox lawsuit thing.
Yes.
Let's see here. Father Jack, glad to see Saint Eagle Roach back in friendly company. Just watch out, I hear the Footfish Queen has an initiation for guests regarding foot licks.
Well, I'm glad I've been here before then, so I don't have to worry about that this time.
Oh my god.
Lum is as ever a hazard to anyone normal. That's the next thing one. Arch, I sent Lumi a link to a video you may want to see. Has to do with Roblox, but it goes deeper and scary into collective shout and certain things. Why would you send something to Lum? She doesn't know what things are.
Arch, you don't check your DMs half the time.
Unless it has like a thumbnail with feet on it, she's not going to care.
Arch! I don't want to look at any of that. You just send me random ass DMs, and I'm just like, I don't want to see that. And you're just like, I know. That's why I sent it.
Yes. Perfectly adequate reason. Not of Caliban. Arch needs to punish the Footfish for being late. That is true. But we have her new dono sound up now, where she talks about how she wants to... What was it?
Shut up.
Flutter her fluttery butt?
Shut up.
Lum is indeed a degenerate. Father Jack, watch that out. I hear Big Mike is on the prowl. Ugh. Zonta vomited from sunstroke after biking 150 kilometers award. Never doing this again. It happened both times. How's fun? Well, you're retarded if you did it again, aren't you? Not my fault. Lumi loves feet. She does. Hello, Lum. Hail Arch. Hail Eagle. Arch, I understand that you got a new donation sound. You should make Lumi listen to it a few times. Oh, she knows. I've sent it to her.
I was told that it was playing a lot during Stamford Bridge, and I'm like, why is this the only exposure to me that Sargon gets? I hate it.
Boog, punish Lumi by looking at planetary hyperhedrosis. Lum, have you done something dumb again?
No. Oh yeah, I seen a new game. It came out on Steam called Black Souls.
Souls of the Damned? I remember. You told me about that.
Oh my god, no.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt?
And there was the new donation sound, chat. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave me those feet, Arch. Are you late because Lum ate cheese again? She destroyed her toilet last night doing so, and then ordered Taco Bell for round 2. Oh. That is disgusting, Lum. I wish you would calm down a little bit.
Just because my tummy doesn't like cheese, but then I just macrodose on more cheese. It eventually goes away.
That's okay. I'm the same way. Like, I if I eat too many Twizzlers, I get violently sick. So I'm like, so that means I can have like one at a time, and I'm okay. Got it.
See, this is why I prefer Mal. She's literally physically incapable of defecating in the way that Lum does.
Oh my god.
Breaking toilets. What'll poor Moose Man shit in now?
Yeah, if you guys want to, if this is the direction the topics are going to go, I actually I'm going to post something in the links chat. That was a very accurate depiction of food poisoning. Yeah, I can vouch for that.
What?
Biohazard diarrhea. I think I've experienced that a couple times. As the airline's flight was cancelled after a female passenger suffered an explosive bout of diarrhea and vomiting that destroyed the aircraft's tiny bathroom.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. She's an actor?
Lum was thrown out of a United Airlines flight today, having destroyed their bathroom.
Shut up.
Chat, take this article, Photoshop it to be Lum in all of the pictures. We can make this part of the
What?
lore.
No!
They wheeled Lum to baggage claim, where she had to endure the shocked stares of all her fellow passengers, who undoubtedly knew she was the woman in the bathroom for the entire flight. That's awful, Lum.
Shut up.
They had to wheel Lum off the plane. She can't walk. They got Lum in a wheelchair. Ah.
Oh, and this was recent too. This was 4 days ago.
And
Yeah,
hey,
I think the incident happened last year, but the woman that the woman in question came out and talked about it recently.
at least she
Oh, yeah,
got to the
like
bathroom. She didn't shit
2024.
herself in the middle of the airplane.
A flight from Newark to Indianapolis. Newark? Or I don't know that word. That sounds European.
Lum should have just pulled down the little airplane window and shat out there instead. It would have done less damage overall.
Well, why did he do this? I
Oh
didn't do
man,
anything.
and that is that the beginning of God? What was that movie with David Spade? Joe Dirt. Yeah, that's like the beginning of. That's how Joe Dirt started. Yeah, when he
Oh,
found the meteor.
Joe Dirt is such a good,
Yeah.
such a fucking good movie. Though.
Yeah.
For the next
Yeah,
20
I
minutes,
did. I like that movie.
Lum had more diarrhea than any human should ever have in their life, Lum said.
Shut up.
Adding that soon Lum started vomiting as well.
Go read the super chat.
What did you do at that point, Lum? Did you remove your ass from the toilet so you could vomit down it? Or did you just keep vomiting on the floor? Ah. Why does Lum do this to chat? It is a good question, chat. Samurai Knight, RGE, who has a bigger foot fetish, Lum or Drax?
Probably Lum.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that guarantees it. Lum would turn around and vomit down the toilet because she wouldn't.
What?
She wouldn't vomit on her own feet. That would be weird.
Oh my god.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Adoman, Kibbs disagrees Arch about DAO 1. I don't know what that means. Colin Sivko becomes a member. Welcome, sir. It scrolls. Lumi licks feet. Oh, now there's two of them. Good.
Oh
Lum.
no.
I need small ducky for my feet. Please help. That's right. We need a ducky makara of Lum's face, tongue hanging out so people can have it on their feet. Step on it. We can have
I
it make
just
little squeaky
released a
noises.
ducky, though.
Written 58. D&D became lame and gay a long time ago. It did. Rasam, the great RGE. I love refrigerators. Who doesn't love refrigerators?
They literally changed civilization.
They wanted Zendaya in D&D. Why not?
Yeah.
Kujad, PayPal's passwords have been compromised. May want to change your password. Nasko Nikolov, current D&D makers. Look, mama, I'm making Dundee. Drools at Hartley, drawing ugly dances. Also read The Eye of Aragon on stream with Lumi. Eye of Aragon. Boog, I stopped reading Magic the Gathering books after Odyssey. I have never read any. Ferdin, 58. This is what happens when you let a cargo cult control your entertainment? Yes. Yes, it is. Professor Keen, in second edition, Final Fantasy setting, FF, they did have spiked footings, higher heels that were official weapons. There you go. Right, so Red 92, what happened to D&D with this modern and progressive bullshit? D&D got me into reading fantasy books like Lord of the Rings and The Wheel of Times. That was a very long time ago. And the Professor Keen again. Correction, Forgotten Realm setting. And River Norse, nomification and Californication to the max. Oh, speaking of Californication, this is a brilliant headline. Abolish the Senate, end the Electoral College, pack the court. Why the left can't win without a new constitution.
Yeah, and I think that's related to what's going on in Texas right now, right? Like, in case, yeah, Archie, if you weren't paying attention to American politics, the right is starting to do what the left has been doing for decades, and they're redrawing their districts to pretty much remove Democrat House seats and add some Republican seats. And then you want to know what California and others are saying in retaliation? They're like, hey, if Texas does this, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing for decades anyway. So you better not do it. Yeah, so Texas doesn't give a fuck. They're just like, yeah, sure. Yep. So I actually love it that, and this is something I've been trying to tell the right that they need to take their balls out of their wives' purses for once and actually start fighting back. And they're finally starting to do it, and the results are exactly like I said it would, like total devastation. Like, actually, just getting rid of U.S. aid has crippled the Democrats. Like, BreadTube is broke. The Democratic National Committee is completely, like a chicken with their head cut off. They have no money. They have no leadership. Everyone is confused. Like, yeah, because they were laundering money through organizations like USAID. As soon as you took that away from them, like, yeah, I don't even think they can recover from this. That was a damn near a death blow.
Yeah, because gerrymandering has been a frequent problem in the US, and one that has been used a lot by Democrats and often also by Republicans as well on occasion. I think, oh yeah, here we go. Here's a nice little example of a few. So it's redrawing lines to get all of the correct voters into the same district. So this is a very natural looking district. This is perfectly normal. And this is just common practice in the US at this point. And I love this one. It's like a little bit over here. Let's just thin strip there. That's fucking fantastic. And so, as you say, RG, when the Democrats then go like, "Oh my God, we'll need to fight gerrymandering with gerrymandering," like, come on, come on. This doesn't really influence anyone at that point. It's like you can't fight fire with fire because you are the fire being fought with fire at this point.
Yeah, like, so right now, both sides either need to double down or make it illegal. I actually have a very easy solution to this. Why don't we just modify the law and make it so that every district needs to be square? Like, with exceptions being obviously like if it's a coastline or something and you can't, or the state border isn't perfectly square. Like, that's like the one exception, but otherwise all districts have to be square. That would solve the problem pretty much immediately.
Yeah, just fucking squares. And things like cities can theoretically be divided into multiple squares due to the thickness, the density of the population. But you've got so many examples of, and again, some on both sides. This is like Salt Lake City, so they needed to get rid of Salt Lake City, so they integrated Salt Lake City with like the 4 neighboring areas to outnumber the city, and voila, it's red. Illinois, to make Democrats, you've got this long ass strip in just the middle of all of it. And this is stretched out. Connects disparate pockets of Democratic voters. God. See, if you make it both sides, they'll just compete to make the worst conceivable ones. It needs to be illegal. It should never have been legal in the first place to do shit like this. And there should just be a net standard. You know, this is how large the district can be. It has to be connected. It has to be a certain shape. You can't violate natural borders, things like that. There's ways to codify this in a decent way. And right now, it's not. By any stretch of the imagination. But that is, of course, also what the Democrats want to do.
Yeah, and like you said, the reason this isn't illegal is because both sides want to do it.
Mhm.
So they just know they're going to bide their time. Like, oh, you know, one day when we're back in power, we're just going to put it back our way. Although I think what the concern now is that certain states are never going to change color again. And because, you know, whichever party gets in power is just going to rig the districts to make sure they never lose. So, but again, like all the blue states have been doing this for decades now. So now that the red states are starting to do it too, the reason the Democrats are freaking out so much is because they know how effective this is.
Yeah. And it might very well end up with permanently divided power blocks that'll just never fucking change again.
Although I actually think that's a good thing, because then everyone knows, okay, this is the red part of the country, this is the blue part of the country. If you lean one way or the other, move there and leave everyone else the fuck alone. But that's too hard for most people, I guess.
Yep. And that's why we're now getting things like this, because, of course, the entire purpose of the modern day left is to win.
I have lost.
They don't give a shit. Democracy was a convenient way to win because they could make a lot of very vague and very lofty promises that they never really needed to put into action or anything and get the majority vote. And now that that's no longer working, now democracy is not so important anymore. We gotta redefine the terms of democracy.
No, it's not about saving democracy, it's saving our democracy. Like, they always have that R in front of it because they know that they're against real democracy. They're only for the democracy that results in them winning.
Yes, that is the end goal. Them winning. That is what they want.
I have lost.
Justin North, don't play D&D, join Old School Revolution. Play Adventure, Conquer, King, Imperial Imprint. NCR, when are we playing Foxhole? The airborne update has been pushed back to later this year. Well, I do have a thumbnail in the work for it, so round about the time I get the thumbnail, I'd guess. No, off the NCR. And Marksman, Lum, did you see Arch play My Little Dictator? He actually sniffled. The game almost brought him to tears. Not only did he grab Desk Luger, he also grabbed a sword to impale himself with. 3 hours of Arch suffering for our entertainment. The extreme.
I will go back and watch that VOD. I heard that Arch possibly smacked his head on his desk.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Lum, don't you owe your chat a playthrough of that game too?
My Little Dictator?
Hmm?
I know people wanted me to join you. That's about it. But I was working that day. And also people want me to play Foxhole with you.
Ah. Boog's on point. A poor stewardess who had to clean up that aircraft bathroom after Lum had been there could not believe her eyes. She quit the next day.
God. Oh my god.
For very obvious reasons.
Why? Boo! God.
I don't know what it is with these defecation abnormalities. On the one hand, Mal is like, yeah, it takes me 40 minutes to take a shit because she poops out fucking I don't know, neutron stars, I suppose. Meanwhile, Lum Lum actually displaces more shit than her body mass. It's weird.
You ignorant slut.
Lum Lum steps on the plane, she weighs 100 pounds. She leaves 200 pounds of feces in the bathroom.
Yeah, it really is a mystery. It's like that old Garfield cartoon. Oh, comic strip. Yeah, no, he weighs a burger and the scale says the weight is 8 ounces. And then he eats it, steps on the scale. You have gained 1 pound. So maybe Lum Lum just ate some of those.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Yeah, and then it obviously has the opposite effect on the way out.
Despicable Lum Lum. Stop ruining stewardesses' days.
What is...
River North, Normie Field, and California Field to the max. Oopies 20. I swear to flippin' God, crap like this makes me embarrassed to be black. I like D&D and other TRPGs before. The pandering is lame and gay. Yep. I can see it. Lumi loves feet at a certain point, even the normies turn away. Just look at Marvel's box office. Example, Final Fantasy. Fantastic Four. Also, Arch, could my supers default to Lumicast? Would mean more. Sure. If I remember. Which I'm not going to.
Yeah, you keep forgetting whenever someone says, hey, put this towards the Lumicast, and then you're like, money.
Listen, I note it down most of the time, but you can't expect me to remember this shit over long periods of time. I think I am.
Just expect the next Lumicast happen when 1, Arch wants a day off, 2, Arch is traveling elsewhere. He forgets to tell me until the last minute, and I can't find a guest, and then I have to have dry bread or just me on. Or 3, he's just like, hey, I'm lazy.
Also, Lum Lum, I can't help but notice, but that appears to be a small carrot left in your discharge there.
Oh my god!
Somehow, it just wasn't digested properly.
What?
Weird, that.
I'm making fair points, and you're just like, look at that.
I don't know if these points are fair, Lum Lum.
They are fair points.
Trevor, and glory to the Archgod. Greetings to RG and Footfish. Will you be playing Owlcat's upcoming Expanse and Quiz games? House, Troubleshooter, Ben, Children. The Expanse one, definitely, because it looks... I mean, it looks like they're basically doing Mass Effect, and I'm excited for that. I think it'd be cool. Owlcat needed to step up their game, and it looks like they're doing it. Capital Not here. Baldur's Gate 3 Act 1 was polished to hell and back in early access. Act 2 and 3 were not in the early access, and it shows. Yep. Act 1 was very good. I quite enjoyed it. 2 was definitely starting to show a little bit of meh here and there, but had some excellent arcs. And 3, suddenly there were a lot of pink-haired dwarves everywhere.
The only thing that I liked about Act 3 was what's his name? Where we have to go fight Asterian's handler. That was like the only part that I really liked.
Lumi loves feet. Space to make fun of footfish. And more legible. Hyena Fur. The problem with Baldur's Gate and Rogue Trader is the time commitment. Not a game you can just put down and pick it up at will, easy to forget the plot and what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I mean, they're like 40 fucking hour RPGs, so...
Yeah, and that's right. When I play games like that, when I leave for the night and I know it'll be... Like, I do this with the games I stream on Twitch, because I don't play them like once a week. I always put hints in the name of the save file to remind me of what the fuck I was supposed to be doing.
That is smart, actually, yes. Boog, Hasbro ran Transformers, G.I. Joe, and MLP into the ground. D&D and Magic the Gathering never stood a chance. What undamaged IPs does Hasbro even have anymore? I mean, Transformers has been dead for so long that it, might be kind of pristine in a weird way.
Yeah, at least on the comic front, I mean, Transformers is doing pretty okay. Although I hear like the last movie, I actually heard the movie was good, but it still flopped. So I think cinema wise, it might be a dead brand.
Transformers is still very niche. Honestly, it's like it's a huge IP, but it's still popular in very specific circles.
Well, the movies, a big part of the problem with the movies is that they established not a Transformers IP. They established the Transformers movie IP, which is so radically different from the rest that they don't really have a whole lot of overlap.
Mm.
So, the games too were good, but they just, I don't know. For some reason, it just can't break through, I guess, into the mainstream consciousness. Which I'm kind of fine with, honestly. Mustang 81, you see raging why I keep all my second editions from when I was a kid? I abandoned things after 4th edition. Yep.
Absolutely. And although I will say, I actually loved 4th edition as a DM for a party that never opened up a rule book until it was time to level up. So 4th edition was situationally useful, but otherwise, yeah, there's no point to go past 3.5. Yeah, keep your old stuff. If you lost it, download the PDFs and just keep using those. Like you don't need any new D&D books. What's already out there is more than enough. I mean, it's not like a video game where the graphics get outdated. No, that doesn't happen in tabletop systems.
Justin the Grim. Afternoon, all. RGE, how goes the progress of Blade Devil? Apologies if it's already been asked, but I really enjoyed the first book.
No, the printer said I should have everything in by the beginning of September, so shipping will start then.
Nice.
Levistro, Wizards of the Coast, follow our rules. Players will be seeing them more like guidelines. Wizards of the Coast makes all players play homebrew. Wizards of the Coast, shocked Pikachu face. Water Gaming, the animations look alright, but bargain bin Kratos, and there's too many elves. Put some more humans in that party. The Wizards of the Coast, didn't they back down on their one D&D thing? Because they were pushing to basically make that the universal rule set.
Yeah, I thought they abandoned that a while ago.
No, the most recent thing they abandoned is like they wanted to make their own like virtual system as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like I forgot what it was even called, but they pretty much canceled that and fired everyone that was working on it. So I think they're starting to like, because their idea was they wanted to do to D&D what they did to video games, and they wanted to make it a live service and nickel and dime you to death. Until they realize that it's not going to work in a world where everyone still has their old books that are just fine.
Yeah, because that was the thing. They wanted to make it online, because if it's online, they control everything. The rules, the models, the tile sets, all of that's got to be bought from them. I guess they abandoned that, which is at least nice. Krieger, woo, I was able to actually catch an ArchCast. Throw this money to House and ArchCat. But House? Fine. There we go. The man who see 2 Eagles point on fan spending. I'm normally pretty frugal, but I'll pay this out to see my favorite YouTuber play my favorite faction in my favorite game, Legion. Legion is the best. Prism Warrior 1, greetings Arch, RG, and Foot Licking Fish. Introduced RG to the Feet Grinder, and no small Lumi on head tonight. I forgot about that. I forgot about that goal.
Fire is the answer.
I do that sometimes. It's pretty normal.
I mean, with the amount of donos you've gotten already, it can just switch the PNG and you can make Lumi small.
I don't know. I don't know if I want you in my head after where your ass has been.
Well, on the plus side, there's no risk of any leakage after everything she's ever eaten has been expelled. So
Either that, or she's just permanently leaking.
Oh my god.
oh yeah, I guess maybe we have the world's first actual physical example of a white hole, and I think it's in Lumi's gut, huh? Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
This reminds me of that one girl I knew once whose favorite pastime was sitting on the toilet whilst eating pizza, just letting it run straight through.
What?
Mm-hmm. That was the thing. It was not a good thing. It was a terrible thing. One that I judge very harshly for.
I mean, in order to do that, though, you'd pretty much just have to be there 24/7, right?
So apparently, with really greasy pizza, she could just sit down, start eating, and like halfway through the pizza, she'd just start shitting. And then it would kind of just continue like that. And she'd just eat a pizza on the toilet for like half an hour.
Dang, I don't think I heard about that fetish before, but okay.
Trick or treat.
What the fuck?
Can I smell your feet?
We all need our little habits, apparently. Speaking of permanent anal seepage, though,
What?
this is actually worse than what Lum Lum did.
Can I smell your feet?
Kerbal Space Program is selling plushies, which is rich for a game that dumped the development of Kerbal Space Program 2 with no updates, no declaration of what they were doing, no paybacks, no refunds, no nothing. And now they're coming with these fucking low-effort goddamn plushies and asking for money. Money that we don't even know who the fuck it goes to, because the people who ran Kerbal Space Program are out of business. What kind of fucking...
Well,
I mean,
I think I know where this is going to go. It's going to go to pay off the debt.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, because so they spent all that money to develop the game, and they didn't make anywhere near that back in the early access. So yeah, they got to pay their creditors off somehow, right? So it's up to you, pay pigs.
And I've never seen this before. 0 upvotes. This 955 comments, all basically going, "You filthy fucking whores."
Have you looked through any of the comments?
Yeah, all of it is pretty much that. I guess this has got to be one of the most blatant, asshole-ish, cunt-wiggling things I have ever seen. Because again, they just dropped Kerbal Space Program 2 completely. They did nothing with it. They dumped it. They didn't even announce that they were dumping it. They just dropped it.
I have
Yeah,
lost.
and hot take, it never should have existed to begin with. Because
It shouldn't have.
from the very beginning, it was an inferior version of the first game. Like they really all that shit that they were talking about putting in the second, they should have just put it in the first. Even if they sold it as a paid DLC for like $10, they at least they wouldn't have bankrupted themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 was beginning to shape up into something. It was beginning to get there once they closed everything down. And if it had been given enough time, I could see it having become basically an updated version of 1. But clearly, they didn't have the skill or the time or the money to actually ever do that. And so they just took everybody's money and ran. I hope whoever decided on this campaign has a fishing hook slowly inserted down their urethra. And then they need to get it out there by peeing. That's all I hope for.
Service guarantees citizenship.
What the fuck?
It'll be very slow and very painful, Lum Dum, which is exactly what they deserve. Disgusting people.
Same thing's going to happen to Arc too. Oh yeah, what do you guys think? How do you fuck up so bad? Because like, isn't Ark Survival Evolved like I think the third best-selling game of all time, behind only Minecraft and GTA 5?
I don't know
And
how
now
it's
they're
so
just in
fucking
complete shit.
popular. Ugh.
I think it might be their influencer marketing, because like there was a time when literally every streamer was playing it, but I mean, how do you go from that to I just what the hell are they doing now? Like they're just a flop factory.
I didn't like getting beat by a rock on the beach every time I spawned in, so I just never played it again.
Ark is really fun. A bunch of friends, custom map, do all of the cool shit. I played like 500 hours of Ark. It is a really, really fun game. And there's so much to explore in the game. So many cool things to capture, so much things to play with. People have invested so many hours in Ark, despite all of its countless shortcomings. And so Ark 2 seemed like a good opportunity to just do all of that again, but better. But it was announced in, like 3 or 4 years ago? And they haven't come up with any news since. Not a single update.
Didn't we get that AI trailer, though?
No, that's for Ark 1. That's Aquatica, an expansion for Ark 1.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't they have that pirate themed one that's completely flopped? Like I think maybe that's why we haven't been hearing about Ark 2. It's because everything else they've been doing has been kind of. Oh, was Atlas? Was that what it was?
Yeah, like
that
one, yeah.
Yeah, like that didn't go over very well, and so maybe they're starting to get cold feet.
I mean, look at this. 13% positive. Wow.
Man.
That's impressive. That is quite remarkable.
That looks so bad.
Jesus. Yeah, that didn't work out. So if this was what was going to, rescue the studio and finance Ark 2, don't know about that.
Once again, there's my question. Why the fuck do they need rescuing and financing? They made so much money off of the first game, they should all be billionaires. So what did they waste the money on?
Coke. Hose.
Probably, yeah. Chains.
Yeah. Well, listen, they probably just hired like 2,000 people, and then none of them could code or write or develop anything. And so they've just been paying wages.
Coding. Yeah. Oh, and then also they likely spent $1 billion building a custom office in the most expensive city in the world. Yeah. I'm starting to see where the money went now. Yeah, that's true.
Like, there is unironically nothing more expensive than wages. If you have like fucking a couple hundred people working, oh my god, the money disappears quick.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt?
And they haven't produced anything else that's been a hit either. I think the closest thing they've come is this game right here. Bellwright. So this is developed by Snail Games, so which is, I believe, the people who like own or run Wildcard, the ones who do Ark. And this is basically the idea is Mountain Blade with a city builder element. Like, okay.
Oh, I've heard of this one. Somebody made their town to only make and produce buckets.
Mm-hmm.
All their money came from buckets. People had to start eating buckets. They had to build their houses from buckets. It was funny.
Because this is a cool idea. Like, build your own little settlement, run around conquering other people's stuff, like mine. This is nice. I like this. This is cool.
And it seems to have very positive reviews, too.
Yep.
Mm.
But I also think this is like one of their only other successes, as pretty much everything else that Snail Games puts out is just shovelware shit and unpopular knockoffs of Ark. Oh god, they're making... Ah, right, the fucking anime series of Ark. Yeah, that failed too, so if they were hoping that would revitalize their game, no such luck. No such luck. Which is a bit sad, because
Yeah,
I
they
want
should have
Ark 2.
hired Trigger to do it.
I want Ark 2. I want Ark 2. So I want... Ark was fun. I would like more Ark, but... doesn't look like it's gonna be happening anytime soon.
I want cool dinosaur games. That's all I want. I just want cool dinosaur games. There's one coming out called Death Ground. That looks really cool. It's a 4-player survival horror dinosaur game, and I'm like, oh, I want to play it.
What you miss? Lum roleplay feat in D&D.
What?
I'm sure we can fix that in the vampire campaign that I'll eventually be starting. We'll have Lum. We'll give her a sidekick. It'll be Igor, her malformed, humpbacked sidekick that just follows her. The only word he knows is feet. Nobody knows why.
Why did he pronounce it as Igor? It's Igor.
No, Igor. I like Igor better. Mark 99. Yeah, on the topic of the boys, in my opinion, they should have stuck with the comic version of Homelander. He was a monster, but a reasonable one. Yeah, I liked him. He was good. Zedekai, they hate Homelander so much, but are more than happy to use him to sell their show. Once he's out of the picture, so is the boys' relevance. Yes, which is why they're killing him in the final season, because, they're already done. Might as well.
Yep, and then they're going to be doing prequels after that, so it doesn't matter.
Yep, prequels. Revan knows, I also liked Bright. Such wasted potential. I know, it's fucking tragic. Aaron Benasher. Gal Gadot is known a champagne-loving liar who cares little about my country, and I care little about her crocodile tears. All for the money, none for the nation. That is the classic Hollywood person. No doubt. What we need to do at some point, chat.
Yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt.
I gotta bring in a full, server for eco one time. Because then we can have Lum actually provide the feet economy part of eco. That can be all she does. Make shoes. Shoes and tacos.
No.
Tacos that she steps on, of course, because that's what Lum does.
No.
Or how about use the tacos for shoes?
Ah.
Why?
Yeah, hard shell and soft shell taco shoes. That could work.
Why are you like that?
That would be Lum's job. Oh, mixed. How they been fucking up? Ah. Crashing a lot, huh? Classic. Lum's feet shop. Just shoes and socks for days. That's all they make in Lum's shop.
Oh.
Listen, what do you want, Arch? Have PayPal given you your account back? Yes, and do you get money from Streamlabs Superchat, or is PayPal taking it? Prince Eugen calendar. I have got it back now, so it's up and working like normal again.
Did you move that large amount of money out of your PayPal to a more secure bank?
Possibly.
I'll take that as a yes, but you're just being stubborn and you don't want to admit anything. Lumi was right. You don't want to say that.
That's the next thing I want. Also, Roblox stock fell 12 billion after ban. Hey, that's a good moment to switch to this. So, ignoring Lumi's adventures in the air, this is another breaking story. Breaking. Today I am soon. God, help. I hate you. I hate you. I don't care what you're doing that's good anymore. Alarm bells breaking on a news you're doing. Bad woman. Bad woman. Almost as bad as Lum's diarrhea bad.
What?
So, Roblox is getting sued by the Attorney General due to lack of safety protocol and endangering the safety of the children of Louisiana. Well, technically, it's endangering the children of the entire world, but details.
Yeah, I mean, she's the Attorney General of Louisiana, so she's got to make it a local issue, or else she has no grounds to sue.
Yep. Because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. Every parent should be aware of the clear and present danger posed to their children by Roblox. But they shouldn't do anything about it. They should wait for the government to fix it.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that this shit is the reason why so many developers are moving away from multiplayer in general. Because, like, I love how it somehow becomes your responsibility to protect everyone for when they use your multiplayer servers. No one wants to deal with that anymore. They're like, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
They
this is also how groups like Collective Shout is gonna try doing this as, protect the kids. They're being exposed to all this terrible things through games, and it's just, I don't know. This feels
Yeah, I mean, this
away.
Yeah, I mean that's right. When I saw that the government was getting involved, I'm like, yeah, they're just going to use this as an excuse. And look, I played a game years ago called Lego Universe. It was an MMO that was designed with kids in mind from the ground up, which means it was literally impossible to communicate with anyone in that game. Because if you allow any communication, then there's always a risk that some predator might be grooming a kid. So it was unplayable. Like, there's a reason that game shut down. It was literally unplayable because, like, it was so hard to even communicate with anyone. Like, half the words in the English language were censored. It was really insane. But that's the type of environment you need to make if you want to be 100% quote unquote safe for kids.
They're gonna have to go back to how Club Penguin used to do it as well, where he had like pre-made sentences that you can say to people.
Yeah, I mean that's what Nintendo did with Mario Kart on 8 Deluxe on the Switch. Like, you couldn't talk; all you could do was, like you said, just select some pre-made sentences like that, because that's the only way. And it doesn't matter how many safeguards they put in place. If you allow people to communicate with each other, they'll find ways to either link you to some off-site thing. Like, I'm just, I get, that people want to quote unquote protect the children, but what more could Roblox actually realistically do? Outside of like literally assigning an employee to monitor every chat that takes place in the game, and like maybe how about we just hold chats for review by moderator, and then once someone looks at it, they send it through like that. What more can be done?
They would need like constant moderation.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of employed Indians, that's for sure. But like another thing that there's Wizards 101, and I know that game is still actively going on, where by default it has pre-made phrases and stuff. But if your parents want to kind of relax the reins on that, a parent has to make like the Guardian account have a password that only they know, and then go through a bunch of other hoops in the settings to say, okay, I want some restrictions on the chat, medium restrictions on the chat, or no restrictions on the chat.
Yeah, the reason that's not going to work is because there's no way parents are going to take any accountability.
Oh yeah.
So.
But that's why the complete lockdown of the chatting function by default is non-existent. You can't really chat outside of the pre-made messages.
Yep. And this is why, again, this is the wrong answer, because there isn't actually a whole lot that a company can be doing to make it truly safe for kids online, beyond literally scanning everyone's messages. That's that is what you would have to do in this case. You would have to have...
And that is where I was going with this, because they're going to use this as the excuse to push for like, especially since AI is getting better. They're going to have AI monitoring everything at all times. And that's going to be, you just need to accept that your privacy is gone.
I mean, didn't the EU say that they're going to start scanning private messages?
Yes. That is what they said, and that is what they will probably do as well. Because there's no other way. If you want online stuff to be perfectly safe for kids, you're going to have to go through everyone's messages, and that obviously isn't going to work. What they need is better parental control instead. That's what we need here.
And then also hold the parents accountable when they don't use those controls and something happens to their kids.
Yeah. Okay, your kid got groomed, right? Did you read their messages? No. We decided that our 12-year-old deserves privacy. Oh. There's the problem right there. It needs to be parental oversight. That's what it needs to be. Give the responsibility to the parents, and there needs to be a disclaimer before you start up the game saying, hey, listen, Roblox takes no responsibility for this whatsoever. This is an online space. Parents, if you don't want that, don't allow your child to play it.
Yeah, I think maybe I just come from a different era because I'm so fucking old. I was around when the internet was new. I remember pre-internet days. And I was a kid when the internet came out, and back then they drilled it into our heads before they allowed us on the internet. Don't tell anyone any personal information. If anyone asks for ASL, age, sex, location, tell an adult. We were actually trained to protect ourselves. And nowadays, like, no one does that. Like, they just give the kids a fucking phone. Like, here you go, have fun, figure it out. And then they're surprised when their kids end up wandering into an area they shouldn't be, and bad things happen.
Yeah. That is the only way we can make this work without having it be incredibly tyrannical. And most parents don't want to bother with it, or they don't want to confront their kids about this. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what to be done other than to say that, oh, this is a bad fucking program. This is a bad product.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think where Roblox really fucked up, and I know most of the chat's been saying this, is they took down the guys that were outing the predators. Which and even if we say, because they do have a point a lot of times, like a lot of these quote unquote pedo hunters are just useless virtue signalers that cause more damage than they do good, because that's why EDP is out, because the guys that busted him fucked it up and the police couldn't really do anything to him afterwards. So they usually end up fucking up investigations, and these pedos that they are allegedly hunting go free because of them. Mm-hmm. So you could make that argument that these guys are doing more harm than good, but they should have known if they take out the account of someone who hunts pedos. It doesn't matter what the truth actually is. That's the only thing the public is going to see when the headlines come out. Oh, hey, this company is protecting predators. So they really fucked that up.
Bad PR.
It's like I seen somebody getting past all of the like initial emotional feelings about this, and he does bring up some good points on why Roblox is telling predator hunters to not do that. Because what if one day somebody, goes to meet a predator and this person is unstable, has a firearm, and kills somebody? Then that's gonna, get whatever company was hosting whatever messages or whatever in a lot of trouble too.
Yeah, that's the real problem, is like we keep trying to assign liability to everyone except where it should be. Mm-hmm. So like every time something bad happens, like that's the American way. Like who do we sue? Who do we get millions of dollars out of for this? Oh, this company has a lot of money. I'm sure they could pay for it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. People need to be more careful when it comes to predator hunting in general, because besides being super sloppy with the quote unquote investigations, and then these people get off scot free, some of them do their due diligence and everything. They partner with law enforcement. There's this one group that I watch on YouTube that it does work hand in hand with law enforcement.
See, now that's the right way to do it. Because
Yeah,
at least then the cops will make sure to keep a leash on them so they don't fuck up the investigation.
exactly. But it's like, what if, like, say that Shep or whoever goes out to meet whoever and doesn't have anyone to back him up in terms of, like, what if this person gets uppity and tries to kill the dude? That would be, oh, that'd be one big mess.
Yep. It's yeah, it's an unfortunate situation because I don't like Roblox, but I think the solution is for parents to take responsibility, and trying to hand it over to the government is only going to end poorly. It's not going to benefit anyone in the long run or the short run. So, only solution is either make parents take responsibility, or two, just fucking ban all of this. Take the internet away from children. That's all we need to do. But
Now
anyway.
that's even worse because to take the internet away from children, that requires implementing a real ID system to log on to the internet.
Yep, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
We're
now we're
stuck in a
even
hard
worse.
place. It everything just fucking sucks, because it's either we need real ID to even log on to the fucking internet, or like, just parents need to do their actual job, keep an eye on their kids, take advantage of parental controls, block websites, because you can block websites like schools do.
Yeah,
It's
and
not,
so
it's
so
not
what
too
you're
hard to do.
yeah, so what you're saying is we're gonna inevitably have real ID to log on to the internet.
Yep.
Because I don't see a world where the government tells parents to take responsibility. Although
It's
to
okay.
be fair to the parents, though,
Mhm.
in a lot of countries in the West, the parents can't take responsibility because if the parents do anything, the government arrests them for child abuse. So a lot of parents that want to do their job are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
It all sucks. It all sucks. But it's like, to be honest, before anybody has kids, they should go through a parenting class and an internet safety class. Because I'm sure you remember those videos where they're like, oh, the dangers of the internet, or Internet 101 and shit like that.
Yep.
It's like we need stuff like that.
Yeah, now I guess unfortunately, I don't know why this changed because like back when the internet was new, we had that. And now we don't. And instead we got these parents like, oh, tee hee, little Billy knows more about technology than I do. Like, what? Like no, but back in the day when the internet was new, nobody would have known about this, and yet we still figured out it was a good idea to tell kids, just basic safety protocols for operating online. But we can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem too is that the new generation is actually less tech literate than we are.
Yeah.
Well, tech literacy is actually
actually
shrinking.
Oh, and I just want to point out that was actually never true to begin with, that the newer generations were more tech literate. The only thing they know how to do better than their parents is use a few specific apps. Like, kids know Facebook better than their parents, as an example, but they don't know. But if something goes wrong with their computer, they're completely clueless. They don't even know basic debugging. So the only thing that the newer generation can actually do better than their parents is use the apps that are popular with that generation. But they don't understand shit about the technology that makes it work.
Yep. And they're definitely not going to know how to not get predated upon on the internet. It's just a depressing situation all around. Here, chat. Something equally depressing. This clip was going viral today.
Oh no, not this one.
Oh, that's true too. No one under 50 uses Facebook anymore. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like nowadays, Facebook is nothing but grannies, and so literally what I said came to pass. Like I always said that social media has a shelf life because like once everyone is on it, like the new generation doesn't want to be on the same platform as their parents and their grandparents and their aunties. So when your entire family is on Facebook and it's time and the kid is old enough to get online, they're not going to want to be on Facebook. They want to go on TikTok that their parents don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all these social media platforms, they have a built-in expiration date because kids don't want to be on the platform where mommy and daddy are watching them.
Now, this little clip, tragic though it may be,
Man.
is a brilliant example of importing the wrong kind of people. As you have here somebody who somehow got a truck driving license, he misses his exit, decides to do a U-turn in the middle of the road, and then a family car hits the trailer.
The car goes completely under that fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised if anyone survived that.
I don't think they did. They were decapitated immediately.
Ugh.
And again, he's driving. Look at this road. Look, this is like a two-lane highway or something, and he just fucking turns. Like, what the? How did he? Because you see, he leaves the road, right? He leaves the fucking road. He's off the tarmac. He's trying to turn somewhere by the auto guard.
This makes sense. I mean, he's used to how it works back in his country, where it's when the roads are so bad that it's perfectly normal to go off road sometimes.
I was about to say he might be used to 8 people piling onto one little motorbike. If there's dead people in the road, they just kind of go around them, shit like that. But dude, no, what the fuck?
Like, I don't even know. Like, because again, it's
where did this happen? I think that this is Canada, right? Isn't it?
Are you ready?
I
to
believe
ride
so.
I know they have a
Buttery
massive Sikh
butt?
population there, so I'm assuming it's Canada.
And he doesn't like the dude. I love this guy. There's holes in his socks, which Lum is immediately zooming in on. It's like, oh my god, socks.
What the fuck, Art? Shut up.
Threadbare.
Oh shit.
He's sitting there. He doesn't give a shit. He's not. You'd think he'd be like, hey, Bert, what the fuck are you doing?
Heresy's the question. Fire is
He
the
just
answer.
turns straight off the tarmac.
Wait, hold on a second. The thing that's hanging from the top of the truck, is that a dude holding a gun?
I
Ignorant slut.
don't know.
It's a dude holding a fucking gun. It says does that say AK-47 on there too?
Possibly.
Okay, that's fucking funny.
Service guarantees citizenship.
My guy, please.
I love how he's just staring at the car as well. He doesn't even check his mirrors. I get like, he's like, oh yeah, I can totally make it by driving on the grass there. Like starts turning. Oh hey, there's a car coming directly towards me. Oh.
Well, I guess that's the attitude of we would win any collision we'd be in, so it's up to everyone else to avoid us.
I guess.
Which to be fair though, with all the fucking bicyclists on the road that outright ignore the laws of the road, maybe we need more of this attitude, but not like this.
The fact that the passenger is more freaked out than the driver.
Yes. Like he's got to be on something, sure, because he's completely chill. Like, oh, I just decapitated 4 people. I don't know, best put it in a park, I guess.
No, I could understand this because he may have just been in shock. Yeah, he may have. Yeah, he may still have just been processing what happened because, like, no, that is a legit reaction to something like this.
Possibly, but the pudgy one next to him is like, bro, what the f...
Yeah, no, I think this. No, again, to be perfectly fair, I guess maybe we'll have a psychologist analyze this at some point. But yeah, I mean, this is similar to fight or flight. Like sometimes, like when, I mean, he could literally just be paralyzed. Like, oh fuck, what did I just do?
Well, maybe. I'll just look at him. Like, this isn't a stress reaction. He's just like, oh god, what's gonna happen now? And, like, look at how narrow this is. Like, fuck. Wait, did he? Oh, I get what he was trying to do now. There's no auto guard here. He was just trying to drive right across the divider.
Yep.
What the in a truck, mind you. In a long-ass, massive fucking truck. Jesus. It's just so ridiculous. So absolutely absurd.
Yeah. No, like the chat said, maybe even if it isn't indifference, it's still gross negligence. Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, regardless of what his reaction is, he still killed 3 people.
Oh, yeah.
So at this, like, it literally doesn't. I mean, I guess maybe if he broke it down into tiers the second it happened, he may have gotten a slightly more lenient sentence, but he's still going to jail for a long time.
Let's see. There is an update. It says the Florida Highway Patrol is describing the wreck as a homicide investigation.
Fucking yeah, I'd wager.
And the 3 people that died was a 30-year-old driver, and the 2 passengers was a 37-year-old woman and a 54-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean, they got their heads smashed instantly. Yeah, no, it needs to be investigated as a straight-up homicide. It's so this isn't even reckless endangerment. It's way beyond that. He doesn't even slow down. He's moving. If you're going to do a ridiculous turn like this, you slow down. You check there's no fucking car coming in a kilometer's distance.
I just linked a second post. It has a couple of closer pictures. Like, Jesus Christ.
Now, I'm just curious, like, how fast were both of them going? Because I'm
Well,
just
it's a highway,
wondering,
so probably like 50 plus.
Hmm.
And again, look at how fucking big this truck is. How could you possibly expect to do a U-turn in a truck that size?
Lanes were gridlocked.
Yeah, they have enough room if you include the size of the median. But
Oh, and see, look at it says official use only. So for like highway patrol and stuff. He
Yeah.
was trying to use that to turn.
Right, there's a giant red circle going like, hey, don't.
yeah, to be perfectly fair, I don't think I've seen anyone give a shit about those no U-turn signs. At least where I live, everyone ignores that.
Okay, there's a difference between small vehicle and a giant fucking semi.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That is just insane. Get moving along again with these. That one. Firidun, the house always wins. To house. Oh, house is less interesting than we must put the degenerates on the cross, chat. If the Legion won, Lum Lum wouldn't be allowed to sell her foot grinders to people.
What?
Aaron Benasha, Eagle, if you don't know much about Gal Gadot's background, you missed nothing. Just know the rich girl from a wealthy IDF suburb, standing for her rich Hollywood friends.
Yeah, I wasn't she actually part of the IDF for a while, or was it more of a like that she was a uh she was on paper part of the IDF but didn't actually have to do anything? Like, is that how it was? Because I honestly I don't really know much about her because again I'm just out of Hollywood.
I
But
wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised.
all I know is that when I was watching the Snow White drama, that like she mostly held her tongue, although you could tell she fucking hated Zegler.
Timothy LaRue, Arch or Dawn of War, and Legion. Tick Tick Boom has been around for 15 months. I am so glad. All the most embarrassing events in my life were before social media. I would never have lived the 90s down if it was around.
Oh yeah, and that's what I keep reminding all these idiots that cancel people for shit they posted like 10 years ago. Like, man, imagine if social media existed when all of you fuckers were around, or were still getting on the internet, and all the old stuff you did was being dragged out for everyone to see. I mean, it is a different world, though. I think that's another thing we need to tell kids now that we didn't tell kids when the internet was new. Is you need to make damn sure that anything you post, you'd be willing to defend 20 years later.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a very different attitude around, well, all of like being recorded. Being recorded in the 90s was like a cute, unusual thing. Like, oh my god, a camera, that's new technology or something. And everyone would just goof off. Today, cameras are weapons.
Yep.
It's the beautiful thing when you see like Twitter, like clips on Twitter about people freaking out, and there's two people both holding cameras, pointing at each other, screaming at one another.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, you need your own camera to defend yourself against the other camera because
Yes.
this is something the professional activists have been trained to do. Like, so they record everything, and like they will initiate the confrontation. They will like they will goad you into a fight. Like they'll throw the first punch. But then when they send the footage to the media, they cut out the part where they started it, and they only show where you threw your punch back. And then the media runs with that you started it. So unless you have your own recording that proves that it's all bullshit, you're kind of fucked.
Oh no, not even that. It's like if you wait too long to put out your side or you don't show your side within the first 24 hours, people stop caring and then they don't care. Oh yeah, cool, you post something. I don't care anymore. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's been a few stories I covered of men that were falsely accused of doing horrible things to women. And even after they're proven innocent, they still get fucking hate mail and shit from idiots in their area that never bothered to update themselves on the story.
Mm-hmm. And I fucking hate social media so much.
You gotta walk around with a dash cam permanently affixed to your fucking chest.
Yep.
Yeah, and then even the AI is going to make this even better because like I don't know, have either of you seen Dead Man Wonderland?
Yes,
yes.
I love Dead Man.
Yeah.
Wonderland.
So I think remember at the beginning where the main character got framed for that crime using that fake video?
Yeah.
I think that's where we're headed if AI gets any better. And like this is like my biggest fear for the legal system is going back to relying on eyewitness testimony because as we've proven over the years with things like video cameras and whatnot, eyewitness testimony is like I think it's only like 5% reliable at best. People lie, people misremember, people have agendas. So if we go back to like video evidence not being considered good enough and we have to listen, we actually have to give credence to eyewitness testimony, we are fucked.
It's like what else sucks is that one with the younger generations, like people being able to remember things already fucking sucks. The attention span is absolutely horrible, and apparently in school,
Oh, what was that? I wasn't paying attention.
The attention span and memory of people who are younger is
Yeah,
just
I know. I was just
absolutely
joking.
abysmal. Oh, you little fuck. Anyways, it's like heck. I can already see the justice system and stuff already trying to put all the processes to AI. It's like, hey AI, what do you think? Is he guilty? Yeah, there's more than a 70% chance. So yeah, throw him in jail.
I'm all for replacing judges with AI. Get rid of
Whatever.
all judges. Make computers. We need to get... I need to get a hold of Grok. Grok, do you believe it likely that Lum destroyed an airplane toilet?
What?
92% certainty.
Service
Oh, you
guarantees
little liar.
citizenship.
I'm confident I can make it say it.
Shut
Lucian,
up.
Lum decides where this goes. $5. Where does it go, Lum?
House.
I think we need to go back to that pile of Lum shit.
No!
Lum cries out in pain as it strikes. Father Drax is a foot connoisseur, but Lum, dear God, the things he's willing to do to feet would make even Drax look on in disgust. You animal, Lumi. I agree. Nasko Nikolov, I was hit by 2 ads while you read my chat. Please reread. Get fucked, peasant. Learn how ad block works. You know, unironically, that's kind of my position on this now. See, okay, right. We had a Camelcast on last week, and I talked to Via about this too, and lots of people have had like 90% of their stream audience just wiped out the last month or so, like across the board. And I'm sure that would happen here too, except I've just put it on aggressive ads. And that actually seems to help. That actually seems to work. And it shows you an ad like every 2 minutes if it fucking cans. It's cancer, which is why I'm like, listen, the algorithm needs me to select this option. You have an opportunity now to get to another web browser that has an ad blocker built in.
Or go watch Kick because Arch gets passive money from there.
Yeah, Kick is even better. I'm sorry, the algorithm makes me do this. Use Kick instead.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something. I think it might be the ads. Yeah, the YouTube's not going to direct traffic to places they're not going to get ad revenue from.
You know, I have noticed an actual genuine uptick when I put it to aggressive. The stream does better in new viewers. Like the stream gets recommended more often. So go to Kick.
As soon as Kick adds like a super chat equivalent, I have a feeling Arch is just going to be like, go over there. Go
Yeah,
over
no.
there!
With Kick, it's gifting memberships.
Mhm.
That's the big thing over there. Or gifting subs, I guess. Yeah, they're memberships on YouTube, subs on Kick.
Yep. And look, there's lots of people on Kick. For example, that one says, Lum, you fucking traitor. It should go to Yes Man. That's correct, Lum.
Well, I don't know what Yes Man is, and if you would have told me in DMs or in the Discord server, hey, if you get Lumi choice, then put it to this, then I would have done that. So, information for next time.
Yeah, I think some people in the chat are saying that Kick is a graveyard. It depends. I mean, some like Kino Casino is doing really good on Kick, but yeah, like Kick seems to be one of those. Like, unless you're in like the top 20, yeah, you may be struggling.
I mean, honestly, with my experience with Kick hasn't been like bad at all. It's like it's only a fraction of what I get viewership wise on YouTube, but I'm still a small streamer, so it's still, you know, decent amount of people in terms of the size of my account. But sometimes I get a Kick moderator just coming over and they're like, hey, you're on the front page now. I'm like, huh? And then I'm on the front page until I'm done streaming.
I don't want to have to. But no, like it's about building an audience and trying to move people over. And if I have to show you an ad every 2 fucking minutes in order to achieve that, I'll do it. I'm entirely willing and able to do so. Indeed, YouTube awards me for hurting you. So, fuck her up. Sydney, if democracy is just a tool to the left, then maybe it is time to take that tool away for them for some time. Yes. Monarchism is the solution to all of our problems. Mr. J, hello Arch, Lum RG. If I remember correctly, on April 1st, it's going to be the 10th year anniversary of the video that starts your stream. How mad would he be if people celebrate?
Huh?
Started who stream? Yeah, I don't even remember when I started.
Apparently 10 years ago.
I mean, I started my YouTube channel in like 2012 or 2013, but I didn't start streaming until maybe 2018-ish. Yeah, I don't know. But if people want to celebrate whatever they want, I mean, go ahead.
But chat. Okay. So I can stand the ads, but there's no one to talk to on Kick, says chat. The Sleeping Piranha, in fact. Here's how you do. You open Kick on a separate browser, and you watch and listen on Kick, and you don't get constantly interrupted by ads. And then you speak on YouTube. That works too. In fact, it doubles my views. So, go on.
Oh, so Fox Turk is saying that he means the DSP event. Oh, I thought that was May 1st, not April 1st. Yeah, I think they call it the May 1st burst.
May 1st
burst.
Yeah,
the day that DSP did what he's most famous for.
Oh, that clip.
He's been showing up a lot more on Twitch recently, or on Twitter, because people are laughing at him.
The game journalist memes, yeah. Yeah, he was getting his ass whooped at fucking Donkey Kong Bonanza, and all the memes just picked up again.
Yep.
That's funny.
Listen, I have mad respect for DSP. He's still grinding.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, he's gonna outlive all of us probably, man. But
Yep.
no, I think with DSP it's a special case because he's almost always bad. But just if you live stream games, especially if you do it like 8 hours a day, there's gonna be plenty of times when you fuck up in an embarrassing way. Like especially if you're trying to read the chat and play at the same time, you're gonna miss obvious things and fuck up and be turned into a meme. So the important thing is like you can't get too mad when that happens, because if you react with like DSP does, then yeah, that's actually gonna turn people that were initially just having a good-natured laugh at you into actual detractors.
Yeah.
DSP outlived Gaurgura. He's gonna outlive Mr. Beast. He outlived PewDiePie. He will be here long after the sun's out.
PewDiePie retired, and he won. He's living the best fucking life. So good on him. But it's like, okay, what do you think's gonna die first? DSP or the Curse of the Sonichu medallion?
PewDiePie will be back after his wife divorces him and takes all of his money.
Shut up.
I agree.
Answer the question. Which is gonna?
The medallion's gonna go first.
Medallion's gonna go first.
No, I seriously believe that at the end of time, like all matter will have decayed, and it'll just be DSP, floating around in the void, screaming like broken ass immortality mechanics.
I honestly think the Sonichu curse will live as long as Chris Chan does.
Which might be for a long time, because like in case you haven't noticed, like some of these lolcows tend to live a while.
I don't know how Chris Chan is just out and about and apparently moved to the Netherlands, I think. I forgot where he moved to, but he has a strangely minor looking girlfriend.
Well, he's famous. It's all you need sometimes.
Belgium. He's in Belgium. Well,
they let him in?
They let him in.
Well, oh no, it is Europe. I mean, yeah, they got no standards. Yeah, I never mind.
Trick or treat. Can I smell your feet?
Bring Christiana. Ew, no.
Shadow Fox 2330. The funny thing is that if we want to redistrict for Republicans, they just need to include rural areas to get more seats. And Footfish, decide on where my $20 supers go. Well, Lum. Where, Lum? Lum, where? Where, Lum?
What's that one? The one New Vegas faction you want?
Legion. It's better than
Legion.
House.
Then put the money towards Legion.
Yeah, Lum understands on which side of her bread is buttered or something like that. Also, you set out a tweet saying after barotrauma tomorrow, but there'll be no barotrauma tomorrow.
What do you mean there's no barotrauma tomorrow?
Because I am lazy, and I need to go on a podcast, and I need to play some more Battlefield 6, and by the time I'm done, it'll be the middle of the night. And I'll be sad.
Arch, you need to tell me these things.
I've told you right now.
This is going to be one of the weeks where there was more than a 50% chance that Remo is going to show up, and you're like, "Me don't want to."
I informed you right now. I informed you with the greatest alacrity I could.
You know, I have a feeling if you didn't see my post, you probably wouldn't have told me until it was barotrauma time. You were like, "Oh yeah, no, we're not going to do barotrauma."
Yeah, Battlefield 6 became infested with cheaters. Yeah, this is another reason I don't play multiplayer games anymore because of that. Like, at least with Deep Rock Galactic, it's all co-op, so in the off chance you run into a cheater, it's not even a big deal. I love that.
Oh, look at that. Rambo is Ramble to non-LT's Pete live stream is his name or something. Subscribe just today, hoping Arch would care. I do care. You subscribe on Kick, which means I like you better. And you don't get ads. Why, Hayden, my state flat out banned gerrymandering through a ballot initiative. Both parties sued to stop it and failed. Classic.
I think we need to do that nationwide.
Yes. Heatseeker, that long skinny district is over 120 kilometers longer than Belgium is wide. Listen, you need power, you don't care how you get it. This is how. This is how. Zinni, the left will never leave you alone because the trans kids of Florida must be liberated. Yep. That's how it is. We must crack the eggs. Troons must troon. Lum, who has transitioned into a male, agrees.
What? No.
Although she lives in California, so she wouldn't know about the Florida thing.
I do not live in California.
Heatseeker, long skinny district is in Illinois, that is. And Legion. Illinois. Roth, a great analysis of gerrymandering was the Democrats that have got so good at it that there's nothing left for them to gerrymander. We have perfected our craft. There's nothing more we can do here.
And that's why it's no big deal when you got all these blue states threatening to retaliate if Texas does the same thing they've already been doing for decades. Like, what else are you? What else can you possibly do at this point?
Timothy LaRue, Arch, you need to give some culture to Lum and play Dawn of War with her, Legion. Lum doesn't understand Dawn of War. She doesn't understand the truth of it. She wasn't even born when Dawn of War came out.
When did Dawn of War come out?
2000?
I was born in 1996.
And Dawn of War isn't that old. I mean, it had to have been like in the mid to late 2000s.
My headcanon, Lum wasn't born till yesterday.
Oh, huh?
I mean, I guess once you're 60, it all blends together.
Yeah, fucking whippersnappers. Prison 101, Arch, you need to get better at announcing your guest in advance. Was watching Pheromones 24-hour 40k stream when I opened a tab with your stream. And so RG was the guest. You should try to get Pheromone on as a guest. This is a previous super chat for Prince Eugen from Assur Lane. Pheromone? Lum, fetch.
I don't. Pheromone?
Think so.
Huh. It sounds like a neckbeard name.
Probably is.
Whoever you are, send me a message on Twitter or Discord, and with their socials, I'll reach out to them.
God, so imperious. Whoever you are, peasant.
I don't know the name of who just donated.
So cruel. So dismissive.
At least I'm saying, hey, DM me with their socials, not I'll get to it.
Zinni says Transformers 1 was amazing, but marketing killed it. I've heard it was good, but all I saw was the clips about how they were oppressed minors standing up against the evil oppressive patriarchy, and I don't want to watch it. That and the art style. The fucking art style is awful. Mercenaries 21, I hate that animated D&D, that fruity shopkeeper. Fruity shopkeeper. Blunder of you, Arch Jirai Sensei, the pervy hermit saga who lives under a heart-shaped bridge and looks part toad. His only friends are the frogs he bullies. Jirai Sensei? I'm just catching up on my anime recently. The one I watched now was From Country Bumpkin to Swordmaster. That one was really good. I like that one a lot. The one that Shad talked about with the realistic sword fighting.
That one was pretty good. I'm surprised Amazon didn't butcher it.
Yep, that one was solid. I like that one quite a bit.
I'm telling you, nice short series that I recently watched. Taco Piece Original Sin, 6 episodes. My personal anime of the year. It is so good.
Much ashamed. FFG had the best digital companion apps with Descent and Imperial Assault. FGG? You expect me to understand these letters? I don't. Fox, Zero. Lately, I've wanted to make a paladin that uses all natural attacks just so I can smite someone by biting them, or a claw attack and foot fish. Where does this money go on Lum can't have a white hole? She's Mexican.
That would make sense. But no, if you want to make that paladin, if you're using 3.5, look up the War Shaper. Like that class would be perfect. Yeah, just a multi-class War Shaper and Paladin could get some good shit going.
I mean, you could do some cool stuff if you can get enough smite going with just natural attacks. You could, if you build that correctly, you could basically roleplay as All Might, and you just shout out slogans as you slap people with smite. That'd be a good character.
Now, see, Jeff Y knows where it's at. Grand Blue Season 2 is the anime of the season. Oh, fuck yeah. That's one of the best anime ever made. It is so fun. So yeah, like I guess this season, my top 2 are Grand Blue and Clavatus.
Grand Blue? I don't think I have.
Yep.
I don't even think I have.
Oh,
that
you
on my
should watch that one. It is real damn good.
I shall add it. Add it to my anime list.
Yeah, just make sure you start with the first season, or you're not going to know what the fuck's going on.
That makes sense. I'll find a decent, not at all torrent for it. Also, where did his 20 go, Lum?
Huh?
Lum has the attention span
towards-
of a
Are
fish.
you ready to rut this
Put it
yellow
toward-
mare's fluttery
what?
buttery
You want me
bud?
to name where it goes?
Yeah.
Legion.
There you go. See, what you need to do, chat, is you need to start lobbying Lum Lum to give it to what you want her to. Lobby activity, chat.
Arch is gonna be mean to me if I say house.
Therefore, you, chat, need to lobby to give her better alternatives. Mark saying, prepare for the great default, when everyone's money becomes worth nothing. Krieger, play this for Lumi. She'll enjoy it. Wormford game meme dub. The new Night Lord kill team meet the updated Catan shot of the Nightbringer. What?
Huh?
I don't know what that means. Google doesn't know what that means either. You should send these things to Lum Lum first so that she knows what you're talking about. So, John, if you see 0 likes, that means there's more dislikes than there's likes. Read Worm, play Foxhole. Can you add the 50 from last stream to these? Yes, you can. Just let me know. Empty Veins. Arch, you check out the One Ring 2E RPG from Free League. It's really good. They also have an Alien RPG and more. Good stuff. That's cool. So, John, the CEO, bought a shitload of cons. No, literally, that's the reason. Yep, I heard he jumped ship, sold Roblox.
Heresy's the question.
Sold Roblox that just before announcing that they'd... Because he's like, we've banned a person whose entire shtick is hunting pedophiles on our platform. It's time to divest. True, very true.
Yeah, so Arch, I gave you a little clip about what you can expect from Clavatus in the links chat. I don't know if you can play it on stream. It is a little bit bloody, but there is nothing that YouTube would ban you for, I think.
Oh, I've seen this clip. Yeah. Yeah, that is probably a bit much for YouTube, I think, maybe. I'll need to check that one out, too. I have a lot of anime catching up to do now, because I've been watching too many Western shows recently.
Yeah, why are you intentionally poisoning yourself like that when there's good anime out there?
Because sometimes there's bad anime out there, too.
Yeah, you could just not watch that either, just like you ignore the bad Western stuff, right?
Yep. It's all about dodging the bullets. Lucian, teach Lum Lum what a Zimish is. Spelled wrong, probably. So that can probably be Lum Lum's clan in Vampire the Masquerade. And she just builds furniture out of feet.
What?
Yeah. The Zimich, they're flesh crafters, so they like to, build wallpaper out of skin, and seats out of bones and
cool.
stuff.
Okay, that's fucking cool. That's
Guaranteed
basically just Dahmer's faction. Got it.
Lum Lum would create lots of little cute animals that are just feet that walk around her house.
I want to make coats made out of flesh. That'd be cool. Just gotta treat it correctly so it's like still remains waterproof but doesn't get too dried out. You know, kind of treat it like hide. You know, hold on. Do you think someone would get canceled if they tried to dye the skin?
Black?
Oh, you're yes.
That'd be funny.
You know what? I'm. You know what? I'm gonna start coming up with character ideas. Oh, I have ideas. Thank you, Arch.
Of course, you'll be a image. Eventually, the players will visit Lum Lum's house, and there'll be a cat with just a foot sutured onto its back. It just walks by like, meow.
No.
Just random animals with feet sewed onto them.
No.
One particularly overweight specimen has simply just started rolling on the feet all over its body, like a centipede. A centipede dog. That would be great. Lum Lum's favorite fetishes combined in one. Dog and feet.
What the fuck? No.
I now have a vivid image of a centipede dog just walking through the house. It's thousands of little feet on the floor. Tap, 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 tap.
Jesus Christ.
Now, would the centipede dog's feet be the insect feet, or would they be those little dog paws?
Human feet, of course, sewn onto it.
Ah, okay. Yes. That makes a lot more sense.
Everywhere you look, there's just little glass mantras of feet that she's chopped off and put on display.
You know, I wonder if different skin types have more resistances to certain things than others. I'd have to have my character like capture people from different countries and test out different, like, you know, whether some are more stretchy than others, more waterproof, sun resistant, stuff like that.
Time for some science.
You'll collect
Yeah,
feet from
I
around
do
the
got
world.
some research to do.
And Zinni for a very generous 500 checky bucks. Them being oppressed miners have always been a part of their mytho. Optimus becomes the righteous leader chosen by God, while Megatron becomes a tyrant. It's amazing. Also, the art style is actually peak. That movie's so beautiful. It's a must-watch. I might have to try it then, just to see. Mercenary21, the video I sent Lumi is from Smash JT, and he points out the connection from Roblox to Collective Shout and Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, of all people. Boog, Roblox.
I think you mean Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Yeah.
Roblox could have hired Schlep and not doubled down on protecting PDFs. It was so simple to turn this PR nightmare into a win. The DCV Titan, for starters, Roblox could not ban people that are catching the PDFs. That could be a start. Well, the problem is, though, what he's doing was probably illegal. Now, I'm going out of limb here, but often a tactic that the pedophile hunters use is pretending to be kids themselves to try and lure them out, which is nicht gut.
Yeah, I mean, I think people were saying that he was actually working with the police. Where if that's true, then yeah, Roblox really did fuck up.
Yeah, that's
Now, all I saw was he was saying that he was using the same tactics the police do. I didn't hear that he was working with them. So if I was wrong on that, then yeah, they really did fuck up by banning it. If he actually was working with the police, then yeah, I don't think there's any way you can defend that.
If he was working with the police, then definitely. Shadow Walker, hello Arch, Lumi, and guest. Hope you all are doing good. And Arch put this membership to your choice. Also, this lawsuit is grandstanding towards censor. Yep, I don't like it. Sandoom, only thing I know about Wizards 101 is the time that a developer of the game crashed out hard and rewrote several tech books in the loading screen to say profanity or things like, I hate my job.
I remember that. Oh, that was funny as hell.
Yeah, that's the kind of gems you normally only get to see in the comments if you ever hack the code. It's great to see it in the loading screens.
Mark J, there's a new Palestinian flag posting on Discord. I don't want it. I don't want more Palestinian flags. Boog, Schlep was working with the police. 9 arrested PDFs. Well, that's a lot. That's really good. And arrested, too, properly. That's actually excellent. Yeah, in that case, there's no excuse. That's the next one. Remember Eagle, the safety officer for Roblox, one day before the ban, sold all his Roblox stock, over 800k. Schlep was working with law enforcement. And Bond the Bomb, find the parents of their child gets caught online. Yes.
You know, I think we need to bring back Beyond Scared Straight, but instead of like bringing a bunch of troubled youth to like jails and stuff, it should just be
just rape
parents is scaring the fuck out of their kids by like, you know, the kids talk to a stranger online, but it's like an undercover cop and just like, you know, simulate the child getting kidnapped and all that shit, scare the fuck out of them.
Oh, this might sound like more of a lum fetish than anything.
Oh my god. No, you gotta scare the hell out of these kids. Like this dad did it to his daughter, where he had it was either a cop or a friend of his just, you know, attempt to kidnap this kid. And he just is sitting in the back seat and he's like, look what fucking happened if I wasn't here, blah 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 blah. Shit like that. It's like you need to learn to, like, you know, instill fear into children again because they think they can get, nothing bad will happen.
Yeah,
they'll get
I
away.
was just about to counter that with like that's just going to scare them off the internet permanently. But then I thought again and said, is that really a bad thing? Like, yeah, you know what? This sounds like a great idea.
Just beat your children more often. You don't need to scare them for the rest of the world. Just make sure they fear the parent. Frequent and aggressive beatings are the best way to achieve this. Alex Anderson, Arch, you should play the Welcome to the Internet video. Pretty much sums up this whole discussion. Welcome to the Internet. Everything is bad here, and everyone's a pedophile. Zinni, the Roach King is right. Internet ID is inevitable. You owe him an apology. No. I will rage against it for as long as I can. I don't want to. I don't want to scan my fucking passport every time I boot up my PC.
Well, that's
Lucian.
the reason they want to turn everything into a live service. So then they could basically force that.
Yep.
We've already seen Microsoft trying that. Like they want to make Windows a live service. So your computer won't work unless you have a Microsoft account, and then they'll probably start charging you for it.
Lucian says the driver has no show of emotion whatsoever. He is here to hurt people and nothing more.
Heresy's the question.
Mercenaries in one family of 3 in the car all passed on, and the truck accident happened in Florida. Truck accident. Assault with a truck. Sujar, that I've experienced something similar. Indian stopped in the middle of a one-way street instead of continuing on towards the roundabout. Almost came off my motorcycle. Worm and Foxhole. Foxhole's funded already. Stop it. Lumi loves feet. I support Lumi's business. Grinders to be sold. The grinding business is a little bit slow these days. People don't have enough calluses for Lums
Oh
Parmesan.
my god. Shut up.
Jack the Outcast. Watching that video makes me queasy. I'm currently trying to get my truck driving license. Those semis can carry up to 48,000 pounds. Yep. I mean, fuck, the trailer was unhurt. It wasn't even scratched. Car, not so much.
Yeah, because I think it hit a part of the trailer that's supposed to be sturdy. Yeah, because like the guy said, you can put a lot of weight on there.
Yep.
But one of the things I've learned recently, though, is if you see one of these trucks transporting a steel coil, you stay the fuck away from that.
Mm-hmm.
I make and wrap those steel coils at work now. They're scary.
Oh man, well, I guess stay out of their path when they start rolling.
They're scary. Depending on how large they are, you can actually feel the tension and the entire thing wanting to break out of the 2 straps that's holding them.
Yeah, so it's like an even worse version of the spring on a garage door.
Yep. Have you seen those coils explode before?
I haven't seen one explode. I've seen a garage spring explode, but that's it.
Oh, the steel coils exploding is scary. It is horrifying.
Mark James says Seattle Stolen Valor Incident Video. What?
I don't know.
Oh, is that the one where the protester assaulted the old guy in a wheelchair? But then again, that's not really narrowing it down. They tend to do that a lot these days.
I was about to say it's Seattle. Elder abuse is probably a daily thing.
According to trainers from Gregory Williams, Tim claimed the victim, a 60-year-old man in a wheelchair, was pretending to be a member of the military in public. What?
Wheelchair guy got popped? Oh.
The defendant approached the victim, who was in a wheelchair on the border witness, however, and he deemed the victim provide identifications to prove his military status. Okay. As the victim taken his the defendant removed a military patch from the victim's belonging to arm himself with a knife. Okay, so the dude in the wheelchair drew a knife? Took an airsoft gun from a... airsoft gun? Went to the victim and shot him point blank... the fuck?
Jesus. Killed with an airsoft gun. God. I mean, anything at point blank range can kill you.
No, I think if I'm reading that, one of them pulled an airsoft gun, and
Yeah,
that
the other
caused
pulled
the
a
other one
gun.
to pull a real gun.
Yeah. What the fuck kind of retarded shit is this? Okay, so
Well, this is Seattle. I mean, this what was it? The was Sadiq Khan said, part and parcel for living in a big city. This shit happening is part and parcel for living in a leftist shithole. Like you just have to accept that this is a daily occurrence.
Yeah.
hey, so there's a dude in a wheelchair, and the other guy's like, "Hey, I don't believe you were in the military." Okay, weird thing to start a conversation over. And the dude in the wheelchair is like, "No, I totally was." And they start arguing, and then he rips a patch off him, which is probably assault, honestly. Then the dude in the wheelchair pulls a knife, which, okay. Weird. Now he's being chased by a wheelchair-bound man with a knife
Guarantees citizenship.
and continues to berate him, at which point the dude in the wheelchair pulls an airsoft gun? I mean, okay, so this is a weird one, because theoretically then, now it depends on what the airsoft gun looks like, but if it looks like a real gun, doesn't have an orange safety tip or anything, then I would argue that the guy with the real gun has a reason to believe that his life may be in imminent danger. I don't know what the gun laws are in Seattle.
Apparently, he was in the process of walking away, and then he turned around and shot him. So he that action alone removes any excuse he could have had. But then again, it is Seattle, so depending on the guy's politics, they might just give him a slap on the wrist and let him go.
Yeah. If you're living in America, don't use an airsoft gun. Have a real gun.
Yep,
Listen.
and since I know there's a lot of non-American viewers on your stream right now, I just want to tell you, all of this shit you see in the news, this is all from far-left shitholes. The rest of the country is actually pretty nice. Even Sargon, remember he did a whole video when he finally visited the US and found out it's nothing like the media made it out to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's only the far left controlled shitholes that are like this.
I'm just like, why bully the man in the fucking wheelchair? God damn.
know.
Is it just because he has an American flag on the back of his wheelchair?
Yeah, apparently the guy that shot him already had a misdemeanor charge for running through a Trump rally, according to his Mask Ahmed or Mark Ahmed. Yeah.
And the problem too
Well,
is,
yeah, I think that yeah. So now it's politically motivated as well. Okay.
and it's a hate crime. The guy in the wheelchair is black. But okay, so because I can see, okay, right. Breaking it down, if the guy in the wheelchair pulls an airsoft gun, no clear indication it's an airsoft gun, then theoretically the other guy is like, oh, my life is in danger. But the other guy was the one who started the altercation to begin with, because he was the one who aggressed upon the dude in the wheelchair and ripped off his military patch. So surely you don't have a right to self-defense if you're the aggressor? I would think. I don't know. Or maybe the pulling of the airsoft gun trumps that? I don't fucking know.
I think I know exactly where in Seattle this is happening too. I recognize that Starbucks. It's some dude shot a dude in a wheelchair in Seattle.
Oh God,
Is
no.
that
So
the
this,
one down by the harbor?
That's not.
Oh, it's not that one.
It's a Pike's Place. That was the place.
Yeah, Pike's Place is down by the harbor.
Like 3 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
hey Arch, do they have an address on the article anywhere where this happened? Maybe they have the street names.
Oh yeah, incident happened near 1101 Alaskan Way in downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
Now you can verify whether it's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, no, that one's on the other side. There's two of them down by Pike's Place. This one's next to a nice bar, according to Moose Man.
Or not. It's a vodka.
Vodka bar. I see.
Regardless, I would imagine the hurdle for shooting someone in the wheelchair is really fucking high. So, I don't think this is self-defense. I think that would be a stretch.
Yeah, like they said in the chat. I mean, he started walking away and then changed his mind and turned around and shot him. So that alone, I think, kind of disqualifies any of that.
I don't know about that because I am not going to watch the video because ABC has special permission to show this shit on YouTube. I do not. Anything that involves violence is risky.
See, and isn't it fucking great how that works? Like all of these legacy fake news shows, like they can take clips of your stream and show it in their quote unquote news reports, and without your permission, nothing happens. You clip them clipping you, and they copyright strike you.
Yep.
The fact that they could get away with that is literally criminal.
The Super Viking, greetings, Arch, Frogwoman, and Man-Person. I'm a bit late. Have they talked about Arch's new favorite game, My Little Dictator? No, and we will never again. Ever.
Yeah, that's right. Did wheelchair guy stand up for himself? I think he tried.
Dean Tone 25, great to see RG on again. Here's funds for house. And most next anyone. DSP will go first before Sonichu. It is demonic. We need to get one and put it on dev. I've been saying this forever. That'll really test it.
I mean, if you know his address, you could probably order one and have it shipped there.
Tempting. Blaze Stone, how far behind is the NCR compared to House and Legion? Also, hail all, and looking forward to watching the stream from the beginning. NCR, just cause. Oh, they're really far behind. I think they're well over $1,000 behind at this point, so I don't think they're not making a comeback, I don't think. Shadowfox2300, watch The Shy Hero and the Assassin Princess. It is funny as hell.
It is actually. The new episode came out today.
I might watch it then, when it's all done. Blaystone, so have you talked about the CEO of Epic, a tech company, got kicked off a plane due to being drunk? Cops were called too. I haven't heard about that, no, but...
What, Tim Sweeney?
CEO.
I mean, okay, so one of the executives. All right, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. They all think they're hot shit, I guess.
Shadowfox2300, I was thinking about using a shifter character because they get a natural attack for 1 minute depending on what animal they're based off, like a wolf. You get a bite attack. You need something that has a slap attack, a fucking sea lion or something. Because it'd be funny to slap people to death. Lumi loves feet. Lumi won't say my name. She can at least say house. Yeah. Why are you victimizing him, Lum Lum?
He is called the Forbidden One in my Discord server.
Goddamn. Evil.
No.
Blaystone, Lumi, all your favorite cheese fish, foot fetish. Clearly, democracy needs your help in the struggle against authoritarianism. NCR should win. We need to get you a rat brick, Blaystone, because you've given the most of the NCR, so I want your rat brick on the thumbnail for poor NCR girl. Krieger, pass the title of my last super chat into YouTube, Mr. I Know How to Debug. Paste the title into YouTube. Confused. Nazco Nikolov, play Forever Winter again. Four gunhead team. I heard they finally got rid of the water mechanic, as I told you they would. That was a terrible fucking idea.
I mean, they reworked the water mechanic a while ago. Words. You don't lose water like, in real time. You just you use water to purchase things.
Prison Warrior 1, I have sent Lum Lum a DM on Discord with Pheromones YouTube channel. And yes, she's a VTuber. Hope you managed to get her on as a guest for a stream. Yeah, Lum Lum, fetch.
1, I'm not Mal. Don't do that. You fucking weirdo. And 2, hopefully I don't get another Oh, Arch is too political. I don't want to go on there. I already got that answer from one person saying that it's too politically inclined. I don't wanna, and I'm like, fair enough. Have a good day.
That's fine too. Polystone, an alligator, flesh crafted to have over a dozen human feet attached to it. Lumi would love it. He would.
Oh my god.
He would be her favorite thing in all the world.
No.
Prison Warrior, this and previous for Prince Eugen for calendar. And Zinni, in fact, TFO is so good that all leftists are making videos about Megatron being right. Always siding with the bugs. Watch it. Always siding with the bugs. Blaze Stone, scared straight parents forced to talk to grooming victims who were affected via the internet. Problem solved, NCR. Well, it might unironically actually be easier to scare the parents, yes. And then read all of your child's DM in Roblox, because you never know. Mark James, the wheelchair had airsoft, but real one had misdemeanor for running through a Trump rally. Why is that even a misdemeanor? Doman, did you hear about
I
Trump
guess he must
purging
not have
Washington?
killed anyone, so...
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's only a misdemeanor because he may not have caused that much damage. I mean, if he had actually killed a bunch of people, that wouldn't have been a misdemeanor.
And I didn't hear about Trump purging Washington, but I hope he does. Mercenaries1, the guy who hit the wheelchair guy, ran a car into a Republican voting registration booth in Texas, and somehow he got let out. Well, if he only destroyed the booth, then that's not that big of a deal, I guess. Lumi Loves Feet, Fallout New Vegas needs more Lumi grinders.
No.
We'll see if we can mod it in.
No.
And Blaze Stone. Wait, was wheelchair guy legit veteran, just being accused for no reason? Any proof it was actually stolen valor? No idea. I wouldn't think that would really be that big of a thing to argue over, regardless. At least not to the point of shooting somebody. And lastly, Prism Warrior 1 on Streamlabs. Arch, we can't have a stream with RG without at least one Dragon Girl artwork, so we can show Lumi in chat the artwork of Shimantu. Shimantu from Azur Lane. Shimantu? It has been too long since I have played Azur Lane. I don't even know these references anymore.
Oh yeah, speaking
Are
of
you ready to
Azure
wreck this
Lane,
yellow
is
mare's
someone
buttery
told
bun?
me, hey, you should tell Arch since Warhammer is dying and Arch is gonna need something new to talk about for lore channels. So you should do lore videos on, I think it was Azure Lane. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually brings up a good point, though. Like now that Games Workshop already burned their bridges with you, and now their IP is going to complete shit anyway. So what are you going to do with your lore channel?
Keep going until I get bored.
Yeah, that's fair. You can always go for My Little Pony lore videos.
Oh yeah, that's right up your alley.
Somehow, I think that's a bit of a dead franchise too.
I don't know. I've been hearing that they want to try to bring back that Gen 4 for more stuff since Gen 5 kind of died.
Well, that would be the natural thing to do, but the problem is that it ended. Like, it had a finish and shit, so bringing it back
Yes,
might be
but
difficult.
Oh
There's
no,
not
it's not.
many-
You need to. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, see, you misunderstand Hollywood. They're just going to multiverse it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah,
Ah.
that too. But also there's like no decent lore videos out there and stuff. So there's still a market. The bronies are still there. They're always craving new content. And plus there's always you can make lore videos on like fan AUs, like the infection AUs that people have been making, stuff like that.
You ignorant
But yeah,
slut.
there's Azure Lane and other games you could do too.
I think Azure Lane is preferable. Less horses, more tits.
I mean, if you really want to do lore videos that'll get people invested, I mean, Nikkei would be a good one to cover because that game actually has a better story than almost any game I've ever played. Like it's legit good.
Oh, two more. Scarf of the Strange. Wiz Zada of the Coast think wheelchair fighting is going to be like that one guy in Ronald the Barbarian. I mean, at least the other guy should have been in a wheelchair too to make it fair. Blaystone not saying veteran issues should have ended in shooting, but clearly the media is trying to make it seem as if the claim of Stolen Vela is legit, which makes me think the exact opposite. That is true. If the media says one thing, assume the opposite. And Mr. Bob 7370, Lumi loves feet. How much for Lumi to make a foot finder account? If the membership go to anything. Legion. Hello, Lumi. How long until you make a foot finder account?
No, I'm not making one.
But Lum.
What?
That's what you do now.
No? It's
Yeah.
what you want me to do.
Look, Lum. There are entire websites just for you. I didn't even know this existed, but now I'm going to start sending a lot of them to Lum.
No!
Question. Fire is the
It's a
answer.
subscription service, though, which sucks a little bit. Why do I have to pay? Why do you have to pay Lum? Oh, actually, it doesn't load.
But probably
Well-
because you're not logged in on an account that you paid.
That's true. Categories? Look, Lum. Arched.
No.
Trick or treat.
No, I'm not looking.
BBW?
I'm not looking.
Chubby feet. PDSM? Dirty feet. Wow, there's food. God, there's a lot more topics than I'd expected. Measuring. Smelly. Oh, God. Right. Okay, well, this is a wider field of interest than I had thought, Lum, but I'm sure we can get you a Foot Finder account going. Cat will happily pay the subscription fee, I'm sure.
Like it's funny how you're talking like you don't know that this is her site.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
You probably built it from the ground up, or for the feet up, actually.
Lost. Shit.
The feet up. A story of Lum's journey towards Footfinder.
No.
Uma Musume lore videos. I mean, that's something. Krieger, you skipped my last super chat, did I? Let me see. Control F. Krieger, there are links in Discord. Go to General, open the link. It's in the Magos Skynet. You can do it, but I believe you. I know where in Discord. I need to find the other one. Into YouTube, Mr. I know how to do, but I got that one. Play this for Lumi. Thing, I don't know what the thing is. Yeah, I've seen them. I just don't know what the things are.
Service
Discord?
guaranteed
God.
citizenship.
Chaos Marine? Somebody else? Listen, if you want me to look up things on Discord, you need to send it to me and tell me what account it's from. Otherwise, shit out of luck. Samurai Knight, Lumi, I recognize those feats. It's on my site. Ah.
Oh my god.
Do you host a lot of sites like these, or is this the only one?
I don't host any.
Zinni, also, I still think the Sargon Cream Pie stream would be extremely interesting.
What?
Interesting, as said topic is becoming more and more relevant in our ranks. Yeah, it's a very relevant topic, Lum. You should know better.
Trick or treat.
Sargon
Let
Cream-
me sit
What?
on your feet.
You don't
Does
know
he-
about his OnlyFans?
The only thing that I know of Sargon is that he got in trouble for saying he would not rape a woman, and his body pillow.
And since all women want to be raped, They didn't like that. Blaystone, Lum couldn't have built the site. As soon as she would have started posting feet pics, she'd have gotten distracted and stopped. That's true.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that's why she hires other people to do the grunt work.
Oh my God.
She just looks at the pictures as they flood in. Lum is also right now working on a way to taste things through your screen for obvious reasons.
Sargon has a body pillow. That's a new one. It's old. You can't get it anymore. It's like I was sent the art for the body pillow a while ago, and then apparently on Reddit there's a picture of some dude that's just holding the Sargon body pillow, and I'm like, oh shit.
And finally, Prison Warrior, Arch and RG. You should do a stream where you play Deep Rock Galactic together. Maybe get Lumi and Mooseman joined for full party. Well, I don't like Deep Rock Galactic. It's gay.
I thought I knew you.
It's a gay video game.
Arch is just bad at it, which is why he calls it a gay and bad video game.
All right, so let me guess. You play on game journalist difficulty and still lose on Hazard 1? Yeah, I can understand why that would piss someone off.
I know a lot of people love that game, but I did not see the charm at all. This is going to have to be one of those moments where Arch's superior taste made it impossible for him to lower himself down to the same dunky depths as everyone else.
Superior, questionable.
And with that, we have gone through all of your super chats again. Thank you very much. A lot of super chats today. Thank you very much. Very generous chat. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your generous donations, as always. And we will see you all again tomorrow. Not with Barotrauma this week, because I need to wrap up a couple of things. And I've got another podcast to go on, as I need to go out there and befriend other people that don't smell feet as often as Lum does.
What?
Yeah,
what
and Arch,
podcast are
yeah,
you
don't forget to
going
tell
on?
people. Tell people where you're going.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, Arch, really?
Well, I'm sure I'll
Who's
be
part of it?
told. Oh, I can figure that out because I can click on things. There, George the Giant Slayer. See?
Oh, nice. I like his videos.
Ever since Total Biscuit died, I don't know anyone on the internet, but I'm sure he's a lovely person. Or I could be challenged to a debate. That actually happened to me at Mellet once. When I was invited by some person I didn't know about, he was like, we're going to debate now. And then I did terrible things to him because his mods denounced him and stopped being his mods afterwards.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's when he thought he was playing the trap card, but it actually activated your trap card instead.
It was a wonderful double play.
Oh, that's great. All right. Well, it was fun, even though I get tormented every ArchCast, and it was fun yapping with you again. RG, it was great.
Yep, it's been a good time, man. Yeah, just let me know if you ever need someone else for your chat to shit on, and I'll hop on over.
I will keep that in mind because Arch never lets me know when he has a guest unless I say, "Hey, I booked somebody," and he's like, "But I already had somebody."
You need to stop expecting me to communicate, Mal.
It's your show.
No. Also, I misgendered you because Mal is yelling at me or Barotrauma.
Ah, I see.
People need to stop expecting me to fucking talk to them. I don't know why they do that. Like, Dev and Drybread have got the message. They just messaged me the day off asking, like, hey, are we doing it? See, they understand.
Okay, well, I will assume that you just never talk to anybody. And I swear to God, if I schedule somebody weeks in advance and you're like, oh, but I found this person, I'm going to tell you to suck it up and push it ahead.
I'm just double scheduling because I wonder if you'll misplace the guest again.
Oh my God, wasn't my fault.
Don't know about that.
Was it my fault?
Good night, chat.